Good evening and welcome to Audio Dungeon. I'm your host, Tony Hansen, joined by the rest of the Audio Dungeon crew, Phil Castellano, Dan Isgro, Brooke Armstrong, and Damian Scrow. Trust me, you can't see them right now, but they exist. So let's see if we get the camera over to them to say hello. Here they are. There they are, guys. Yay. They're real. Guys, today's episode, we had a big episode last week. Were you here? Did you see it? It was wild. There was 1 million versions of Wexel in that episode, and it was fantastic. It was jam-packed of story and plot, and I'm excited for today's episode. Guys, today's episode is Season 2, Episode 9. It is called The Immortal Wexel.
Oh.
Wow. Put that in your pot and drink it. That's what that one's about. That's some ASMR.
Push it up, boil it up, make a stew.
Are we finally making the transition to ASMR?
Yes, finally. Welcome to the fans today. We got Richard, we got Oni, we got Charles.
Welcome, everyone.
Yes, guys, we're getting ready to go. Just a quick note before we get started.
Welcome to Audio ASMR.
Audio Dungeon.
Okay, so on your sheets, you'll notice a couple of upgrades. If you had any luck rolls, they've now been transferred over to your fate section. They are now fate points, okay? And your luck dice are going to work in a different way. I'm going to explain it right now. In this game, at this point, for fate, you can use a fate point on yourself or another character to re-roll them. It's as simple and straightforward as that. Okay, at any time, use a fate point. You can re-roll yourself or another person. What you also can do in this game, which is going to happen today, which will be more talked about in story, is you can use a fate point to bring back a legacy character for one round. You can use that character, make him do one ability, and then they leave. So Tom can become Findalar for one round, cast a spell as Findalar, and then he disappears. He turns back into Zim.
Has to be one of our legacy characters.
Right, it has to be one of your characters.
Okay.
And that's not part of the system, that's part of the story. Okay? In the future, when you see the bottom of a profession, like you finish the warrior profession, right? If you complete 100% of the profession, the last thing you're rewarded is a special fate ability. And they're all really cool. It's like they're all like cool limit breaks, like I'm awesome for 1 minute, like that kind of thing. And you get a fate point, by the way. Every single session you'll get one. Cool. If you do something special that's almost like a destiny huge moment, then you might get another one.
Sounds cool.
And when that happens, obviously I'll let you know, or you can say, oh, do I get a fate point for that? I'll let you know. But otherwise, you get one per time. You can no longer buy any luck rolls. Okay, luck is in the game, but luck is now even more powerful. Okay, so you can just remember you can use fate to re-roll somebody or yourself. Now your luck can only be used on yourself. Okay, so everyone's luck's different. You might have like a luck of say 6 or 7. Let's say you have a luck of 6, and how it'll work is that 6 represents dice. At any moment, you can add a certain amount of dice onto a roll and try to increase your odds of that roll. So say you try to roll and you're like, I want to add 3 of my 6 dice onto that roll. You add the 3 dice. If it helps you, it helps you. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
What?
I'm sorry, I'm confused about that.
Yeah,
how much you hear? Because I know that you're paying attention fully. How much did you get?
I not much at all.
Yeah, so it requires you to listen to me.
No,
I'm wondering why everything's changed from last week, and including like my defense is down, and my fate. The fate I had 50 last week. Now it's 2. So I'm hearing you say yes, you could put your fate towards these great things, whatever. I'm very confused.
That's okay. It's all right to be confused. Just listen to it, and you'll pick it up, right? It'll come.
Yes.
What's the question?
My question was, if my luck is 6, why would I only choose to add 3 dice to a roll?
So you don't want to waste all your dice in one shot. You could if you want to. Like you need to make a roll really badly. Okay. If you have 6 luck, you could use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 dice to add on to it and use it.
So I have 2 fate rolls. I have 2 fates.
That's for the whole night, for the whole session. We only have 6 luck. Is that what you're saying?
It's not per session. It's per you can actually do after a minute passes, if you do nothing, your luck will come back. So, your concentration comes back. Your endurance comes back.
That was my question. Like there has to be a limit to how often you could use your luck
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. The luck.
And how often it's replenished.
Yeah, sorry. The luck is actually per hour of rest, and the concentration and endurance you can get back after a
So
minute.
if I want to give,
So the luck is you need to rest to get the luck
1
back.
hour of rest.
If I wanna-
Like hit points, sort of.
Yes, although you don't get back your full hit points after an hour rest, but you do have to rest to get the luck back. The concentration and focus can be recovered in about a minute or less.
if I want to give Brooke a fate point, like a fate, what
You
does that-
cannot.
What does that do? Like if I want to give her a roll, can you use
You
that?
can re-roll her,
You
but you
can
can't give you
re-roll-
can't
No,
give her a
I
fate
can use
point.
the fate point to give her a reroll.
Yes.
So what is that?
right,
What is
can,
that?
can you gift it?
No.
Like,
You can
'cause
use
there's-
you can
there's a
re-roll
difference-
Brooke.
Right, but there's a difference between re-rolling somebody and
Giving them points.
gifting.
You cannot
a
give a
reroll.
You
point.
can't give a
You
point.
can't just gift.
Fate
the-
points are yours.
Okay,
you can
okay.
only re-roll someone
You can
else or
re-roll
yourself.
somebody. Okay.
But when you use it for yourself, you can use it for other things, like legacy character stuff.
Right, and yeah, the
Okay.
legacy, like summon the character, summon an old character that you have.
Okay.
But eventually, you'll have in the system as we evolve over the next month or so. You're going to see other ones. You'll have more options. You might have 6 different options to do with your fate stuff, and you could throw them out, on a whim,
Cool.
at will.
I like that. That's
Like
nice.
you're super for 1 minute, your character has a higher defense, or for one round you can do free fireball. Like it's something like that. Okay, but that you don't have to worry about today. Your fate is a reroll anybody you want, or summon a legacy character.
Cool.
That's what fate does. Okay, you should all have some fate in your sheet. Does
Have
anyone
2.
have? Okay, cool.
You guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, the luck is just add dice to your situation. You can use them whenever you want, and then when they go out, you can replenish them by hour of rest, and then focus and concentration right now come back after a minute or less if you're using a recovery round. If you need to recover endurance or focus, you basically take a recovery round where you do nothing for the round except for
Roll your-
recover one of those things.
Okay. So it's a roll, right? You roll your concentration.
Yeah, you roll, and then every success brings back 1 point
Got
each.
you.
And are we able to still buy rerolls with our XP?
No, so you can't buy anything anymore. Check that out. So fate points you
so
get
whatever we had from last week, though, we can carry it over till this week. That's just the
Right.
last time we were able to buy. Okay.
right.
Right. And
Where-
you're gonna get one of those points at the end of every session.
You also get more for fulfilling like something very
He can
powerful.
hand them out
Yeah,
like
do
XP.
Do something cool and epic.
As the
maybe,
DM,
get a
he might
fate
hand
point.
them out.
Yes. So for example, I'm going to give you some right now because the moment of you opening up the gate was obviously like a huge fate moment. That's like your destiny, right? So I'm going to give you 3 fate points from that, which is huge. So you can add that to your side, to your character.
Okay, but that's just for the day.
No,
No,
that's
it's forever.
That's forever.
You can bank those
Okay.
and use them when you want, like rerolls, or to summon your what are we calling it? What character?
Your destiny characters,
Destiny
your
characters.
legacy characters.
Legacy character.
Okay. So,
So right now, that's how we're using the fate points generally.
okay, so now we wash out all of the rerolls that we have
The rules
From
are
last week.
they're already now in your fate point. Yeah,
Do we get? Do me and
because I had extra.
whatever you
How many
have
do you
should be
have,
transferred
It's
over.
the same. It should be. The
How many-
same
how many
that
did you have?
I had 7.
And what do you have now?
You just gave me
on the
5.
No,
I
no,
mean-
it's okay.
I'm
Brock,
sorry, I'm
I'll
confused.
send you a new version of your sheet. I didn't know how many you had, so I put what I had written down.
Okay.
So you had 7,
Yes.
then you got another 3, so you'll have 10 in total.
Damn.
Right.
Yes, you have a tremendous amount of fate points.
So I'll
Wait,
send
but
you your
isn't
new.
the fate
I'll
isn't the
do-
fate point plus what I had here? So wouldn't it be 5? No.
No, no.
It'll be 3.
don't remember
That's a
that.
mistake.
No,
he's
you-
saying. So
Yes,
if you
so you've
had
got
7,
I gotcha.
You now have 10. You don't have to worry about anything else.
Right.
You got 10. You get 1 per session.
Right.
Is yours correct?
Actually, I had 2 more written down that weren't on my sheet, so I was supposed to have 8.
Okay,
Instead
so
of-
just tabulate it. You have 2 more. Dan?
I had like 25.
Right.
Serious question. Where is my luck score located?
Oh,
The luck is whatever. It's
it's one
It's
of the
the
circles.
numbers. It's the
It's the
circle
bottom
the
right
orange
corner.
circle above, on top.
The bottom right circle.
next to your defense.
Where it says 1, 2, 3?
Yeah, the orange one.
Oh. The orange one is luck.
Yeah.
What are those other 2 scores?
That's your endurance and your concentration.
Okay.
We just put it all in one spot so you can see it easy.
Please forgive me. I'm very sorry. I'm just not understanding the rerolls.
Sure.
We have them. Are we now looking at rerolls as fate?
So
Okay,
fate
so
points.
no more rerolls.
So fate points can be used for a bunch of things. One of the main things you're going to use it now is to reroll yourself or somebody else. You don't have to do any more thinking than that. I want to reroll Damien or reroll myself, reroll the bad guy. That's what it does.
That's a fate
Okay.
point.
That's what fate point.
Okay.
You also have luck. Luck is just add more dice to a situation. You roll 3 dice and you go, I think I'm going to fail. So okay, I have 7 luck in the bank. I'm going to use 4 of that and add 4 dice to my roll. That's it. That's what luck does.
And that's
Those 4 luck you don't recover until you rest an hour. That's
That
it.
I understand. I'm talking about the fate.
Right, and
Okay.
fate,
So
fate
for the
points,
fate-
you only get 1 per session, or if I hand it to you.
Okay.
That's it.
So you gave me 3
Right.
for the session of opening the gate.
As a bonus for
As a
that session,
bonus.
because that,
Right.
that was a huge moment.
So that's 2 here.
No,
plus
but you said I thought the
You
two
said
was
you
a
had 7.
mistake. You
Right,
said
I
you
did.
had 7.
She's got 3 more.
So you should have 10. Forget about the 2. That was a mistake.
Okay. Okay. There's no more guardian angel thing, right? Correct.
Guardian Angel.
We can't purchase any. The only rerolls are you give them out or we get it this
And you
way.
get 1 per session.
Yeah, forget.
Okay.
You got fate points and luck, and you can forget about everything else. You have 10. You know you have 10. Don't worry about how it is because you understand how it comes. You get 1 per session, or if I hand it to you.
Are we getting that along with XP or no?
Yeah.
Yeah, you still get experience points.
Okay. Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
Cool.
I.
Understand? You good?
Yeah.
Well,
Let's roll, baby.
And I'm gonna need you to take 6 of those off for destroying the world.
Pretty much.
Just
Guys,
take
it's
a lot off.
episode
I mean, it was my fate.
Season 2, Episode 9, the Immortal Wexel. We're going to start right now. Now that everyone is on the same page, we're figuring out the new stuff in the system coming up. By the way, this is our system, Celestial Engine. It is very close to being done. Actually, the people on the screen right now are the people that have helped me create it. It's been a lot of work, and we're almost there. And the goal is to basically have it pretty much up by the end of this year and be releasing it sometime the beginning of the first quarter of next year. So we are on track. It's coming out. It's good, and we are seeing us play test it every single time. And if you're curious about it, text us, contact us, let us know, and we'll get you in on the first play test sessions we're going to do probably later this year. So looking forward to that. Guys, again, Season 2, Episode 9 is going to start right now. And I'm going to give you the recap in the episode. Prepare yourself. Today should be an interesting episode. Let's do it. Good evening and welcome to Audio Dungeon. I'm your host, Tony Hansen, joined by the rest of the Audio Dungeon crew and the fans you see below me. Guys, today's episode is Season 2, Episode 9, The Immortal Wexel. What happened last week? Last week was a tremendous episode. It was jam-packed with a lot of story items that happened, and it was a big one. When the episode started, we saw everyone on an adventure trying to figure out what was going on with this, basically their whole mission. And their mission, basically, to cut it short, led them to releasing an incredible amount of energy. That was mystical energy, and it released it into the world. And that energy definitely transformed their world by killing a lot of people, and it was something that probably changed the fate of many for a long time. After that, by the end of the episode, we find the characters, with a little bit of help, figuring out that this whole place was basically a temple of Dragano, and Dragano created this temple in physical form to create the rapture or the convergence, however you want to see it. But it was stopped by the Red Knight, by the Keeper, and what was left was inside. What was inside was opened up by Brooke's character, Ayana. When she did, perhaps it solved one problem but created another. Indeed, that energy, it released the souls that were inside, but indeed it destroyed many different planets within the system. Not destroyed the planets, but destroyed some of the population of those planets. salvation, we know that it eradicated all the people that were not in the world, and we know that the people that were in the world were perhaps defeated, changed, or killed during this event. So what's left? Well, that's where we start today. Lastly, we saw something very interesting, where we now know that in some kind of form, Kanos was reborn, and Kanos was on the other side of that portal, waiting for revenge. This is 1,000 years in the future. So that's something that we learned. The other thing we learned is that the characters are becoming more tied into their past lives, because they're all connected through their soul. So as I mentioned to you prior, off screen, all of you now have fate points on your character sheet. You can use those fate points at any time to re-roll yourselves or someone else, or you can summon a legacy character, meaning a character that you've played in the Audio Dungeon story at any time for 1 round. So that character you would use the fate point, which costs no wit. Okay, you just use it for free. You would summon the character, and the character would have 3 full wit. They'd have a full round. At the end, they disappear, and your original character appears back in the same place. Okay, that's what you currently can do with fate points. We now begin from the moment after all of the million Wexels were summoned, all the different chronomancers throughout time, which are, by the way, were some that we haven't even seen before. All of you, and of course, the dragon Fate. Together, everyone closes the portal, and all of a sudden, everything is gone, and the lights kind of like shines out past you. In the middle where the portal was located, you see that the portal is gone. Everything seems to be calming down. And all of a sudden, you see the world beyond you seem to kind of change. And this, you're obviously in a mountainous area. You're in a mountain floating in the stellar within a nebula. You see the whole mountain begin to form and change. And it starts to change until almost like a city within the mountain, as if before there's a cavern over there. That cavern gets filled with houses and such. And this whole place is becoming like some sort of city or civilization, and that's happening around you. And it's all like kind of growing out of nothing. You see all the Wexels as they start walking, start rubber banding into each other, like they're all coming in. And finally, as they're walking, you see them turn into one version of Wexel, and you see him just like walking around and talking to nobody. And all of a sudden, he's talking to a commoner in the street of a civilization. This is not happening very fast. It's happening slowly as you're watching all this energy. You can roleplay.
Who are we?
You're your original characters. You turned back.
Okay.
You're still joined by Altari, and you're still joined by Christor, and obviously NPCs and the other allies here. And by the way, we didn't mention it last time, but for the fan player characters, you guys turned into, I believe, your older characters, which was Mistar, Livmora, and Dew. Is that correct? Thumbs up if correct.
I just Val.
Oh, you didn't turn into Livmora?
No.
Okay. So you guys were fighting out yourselves, and what were some of the abilities or skills that you might be doing as his characters? Whoever wants to go first, go ahead.
Richard.
Okay. Illusions, making things real.
Okay, so you're creating illusions and making them real and hurting people with that.
And disintegrate.
And of course, disintegrating people.
No, I just use auras. That's what I do.
You are, and Charles.
Arrows of sacred light.
Okay, cool.
Fire my bow.
Okay, so those are the characters that were included running around in the pandemonium at the end of the last session amongst all the other heroes that were coming in. So obviously the fan player characters are with you. Jacques is with you. Christor is with you, and Altari is with you. Everyone else, and Fate is with you. Everyone else seems to be transforming of a part of the world. Okay, roleplay.
How'd we get here?
We've been here, haven't we? It's just everything seems to be moving at an incredible rate. Maybe we're just moving very slow.
We was just on salvation. How did we
Right.
get here?
Oh, yes, that is a good question. We were on Salvation, and now we're back in the mountain. Did you guys bring us here?
It's a good question. I was on Salvation with you guys.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know
You
how I
put them
got
there.
here either.
Yes.
Are you gonna fill them in?
Are they all speechless? What's going on?
Is the ship back here or not? Is the
we're
ship
back
still
at the
back on
mountain.
Salvation?
So last week, Ayana's character, when she was, she turned herself into Abyssia, she sang "A Little Help, My Friends," and everyone arrived, and it summoned everyone to the mountain.
And Paul McCartney
Yes, Paul McCartney was there, of course.
And John.
and John,
Yes, and John.
but not George Harrison.
No.
What? How dare you disrespect any member of the Beatles?
Pete Best
My
was there.
presence. You get out of here.
Get the Beatles out of
Get
your
out
mouth.
of here. That's right.
Okay, role play.
I'm sorry. I know you were so keen on leaving here and not coming back.
Wow. Really?
We were going to come
Really?
back. We were definitely going to come back.
We were attempting to come back, but when the light hit us, it aged everything, including the ship. We were attempting to repair it.
Our ship had about
Tried-
1,000 years wear and tear on
Tried
it.
very hard, I'm sure. Thank you very much.
1,000 years passed in a blink of an eye.
Yeah. What do you think?
All
I
right,
did
all right.
this?
Okay.
Is that are you blaming me for all this, Texas? Is that what's going on
I'm
here?
blaming you for your actions.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What actions would those be?
Taking the ship and leaving.
Oh, well, too bad you should have came with me.
Oh,
That's right.
you shouldn't have stolen my ship.
Ha! Your ship.
And if you think I'm joking about that, you're going to be pleasantly
I
surprised.
feel like that ship was our ship. The first ship, your ship. Second ship, was like our ship.
We all took
that's a pretty good deal.
I don't care how you felt.
It was
That's
the right
fine, I don't care
move
either.
taking it back.
Hey, everyone. Am I the only one that cares about the whole of reality is changing around us, and you're talking about who owns a ship?
I've got an idea.
Is
on
everybody
that.
seeing this?
Hey, it
I'm
could
saying
be
that.
this is catching up. This is the fact that, I mean, when you think about it, you said it aged in 1,000 years. Maybe this area here is now catching up in time. Like it's been 1,000 years here. We opened the portal
That makes
back
sense.
then, and now
Yeah.
it's 1,000 years in the future. And that's what we're seeing going on.
Yes.
You see, as he's talking, this whole place is turning to an extremely beautiful city that's built within the mountain. And you can tell that there's even pipes and all these sorts of things that are running up past to where you can see the city is not just this level, it's throughout this mountain. And all of a sudden you see Wexel in whatever this form, and he looks very like regal. And he kind of walks over and he sees you guys.
Just the man we need to speak to.
Hi, so everything worked out probably the best way it could.
Whoa,
Oh, how about that?
Wexel, 1,000 years have passed. Can you tell us what happened in between?
That's a lot. That's a lot of time.
I understand it's a lot of time, but the main events that have happened over the last 1,000 years, like what happened with the war that we left,
Perhaps you'd like
Oh.
to
what
do
was the
song
results?
From what I know, I think you're going to talk to this guy over here, and you're not going to have to worry about it. I think we're about to rectify it because this whole place is going to transform and into what I know. But like this is what you've done here is great.
Excellent.
It's
Hey, what did we do
That's
here?
great. That's great news. Good to hear that.
Great
Yes,
for
so
who?
you're going
Great
to
for
see.
whom?
It'll all be explained soon. I think so. But if what's happening is happening, I think that you just gotta go with the flow for a second. When you're gonna see me again in the past, right? When you see me, just mention that it's that this place, this city, is my mother's name. Okay? It's named after my mother.
What's her name?
Well, you'll see in the past, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, so let me get going, and
Your mother's name.
you could talk to I guess talk to Altari here, right? Altari kind of nods. So he walks over and you see him like talk to somebody else, and then he kind of walks on. And you still see areas of the mountain are kind of just like coming into manifestation. Altari walks up to you, and Christor is there as well. And Altari is kind of like smiling and looking at all of you. And Christor is like, well, I suppose we're going to use this device and go back in time, or go forward in time, or go somewhere.
We are?
Why?
I don't know what. I don't know what we should do.
Altari?
Why would we do that?
He goes, I believe we should not use this.
Yeah.
Your mission is successful. You have completed it.
Excellent.
You don't. I would advise you not to use what was created here by
What?
Bardot.
Why do you say that we were successful?
It is hard to understand, but everything you have done here was the purpose of your mission.
Our mission was to find Astral Crystal and bring it back to salvation.
Yes, that's still ahead of you.
It is.
But the next journey you're going to take is with me, and we are now going to go back to where you first met.
Wait. You said our mission is still ahead of us. We already went on the mission. Some of us brought back the Astral Crystal, some of us stayed looking for even more Astral Crystal.
I understand you're confused. The purpose of your mission was to make sure that you are the true warriors of light that have returned. You were put on this mission because the Chronomancers saw that this would be your fate. And you have done that. And now, I'm going to bring you back to where it all started. You were told that when you come to me, you would be taking a test. You would learn about who you were. If you can trust me, take my hand, and we will return, not by the method of Bardot, but through the power that you have inside you. He puts his hand out.
I'll grab it.
Take it.
I'll grab his hand.
Right.
And if anyone wants to stay in the future here, this is your moment. You can stay.
So we're just gonna let our friends and family just die
No,
without a
What are you
fight?
talking about?
no. What
I
it's
mean-
doing is what he's saying is instead of using Bardot's watch to go back, he's going to take us back
Yeah.
another
Also,
way. So
this
we're
is-
not going
if
to
a
use. We're
thousand-
not going to use the watch. So we'll go back 1,000 years. So we'll,
I understand you have
before this
questions.
will happen.
Also, if 1,000 years passed, then all our family's gone anyway, isn't it? Like,
This guy seems legit. We should just like take his hands.
Yeah, he basically asked you for trust, and now you're all
I've been,
discussing it.
I've been holding his hand for like.
all right, I say
Actually,
yeah.
everyone who
We're
questioned,
holding
raise
it.
your hand if you just questioned it. Did anybody question
No,
it?
I've been holding his hand the whole time.
Okay.
Of course.
I don't know.
I'll hold your hand. I'll hold your hand for real.
I did.
Okay, let's do it.
Here we go. We go.
I
I'm
guess
holding
I
your hand
question
in my
it. I
mind.
question it, but I'm in.
I've been holding his hand the
I'll
whole
do it.
time.
Okay, so you questioned and Dan questioned.
I'll grab Dan's head anyway. He ain't got no choice.
There it is. I like
Oh,
that.
no,
Trust
Okay.
me.
Hey.
Okay. So all of a sudden, you start seeing an incredible amount of images being like flush into your eyesight, like a light, and all of a sudden, you're sitting back in Salvation when you had the meditation moment with Altari earlier in the season. Altari opens his eyes and looks at you. Behind you, you hear a voice. Well, did it work? And for those of you that look over, you see Lord Bertram is there. Altari goes, yes. The threat of Dragano is done. You've completed your mission. Well, they haven't completed all of it. They still need to get the Astral Crystal. You're saying everything was changed like it was supposed to be changed, right? Yes. It is done. You see, in our future, what was about to happen is the Temple of Dragano was going to be used as a weapon to destroy everything. But it was foretold by the Chronomancers that when you, these warriors of light, would come in, you would change our fate. Now, instead of that place where our souls were being captured and held, and what would be used as a weapon to destroy everything by Kanos, it has turned to something else. A city created by Wexel. You've changed time. You've changed our fate. And now, you must go on your original mission. To simply retrieve the ship that is there in Wexel's property.
What's the name of the city that was created by Wexel?
It is called Astra.
Astra.
It is a hidden city. It is a hidden city. This city was created by Wexel to safeguard those who would wish to escape from the dragons. Now, the timeline will not reflect this normally, but from what you did, it created it in the past. Wexel has gone through time. Whatever you've done with Wexel and with time has changed things dramatically. That temple has become something that Wexel has turned into a place that is powerful for him and sacred to him. He is the owner, you can imagine, of those crystals that were there. He took control of them, which eventually led to him becoming the person that would help others in beginning Astra.
So Astra is there now because Wexel went back into the past and built it in the past.
Yes. The version of Wexel that escaped was a person who was greedy and very power hungry. But over the years of him watching and learning with his chronomantic ability, I believe he changed. When the time came for him to help others, he did. The threat of Dragano has been completely removed. And that is what you have done. And in its place, you have created the city of Astra. Do you understand this?
Yes.
Yes. Are we
To an extent.
are we really here in this time right now?
Yes. In this timeline, you've never left.
What of Bardot?
Is Val here?
Val is with you.
Right. Yes.
Just checking.
So, are we here in this, or are we still outside with the ship?
You are outside with the ship.
Okay.
Right.
That's it.
I feel like an odd duck here, don't I?
Do you have any other questions to ask me?
What is going on with Bardot?
I would say for matters of Bardot, I would ask to Lord Bertram.
Okay.
What is the new threat?
For you, you are back at the moment. There is no new threat. You are back at the moment that you were here before.
Were we ever really in the future?
Your timeline, yes. But you returned here. You
What-
really went on that journey, yes.
What about the war?
The war is still ahead of us. Kaven ships are on their way to destroy Salvation.
But the only difference is now Astra exists as a refuge.
Also, during when the Karenite fleet attack, Kanos uses Dragano's temple as a weapon.
Is
When?
Kano still a threat?
Not any longer.
Wait,
That is what you accomplished.
when did Kanos use?
In the future.
It was seen by the future. It was seen in the future by the Chronomancers that Kanos would use Temple of Dragano as a weapon.
And we prevented that.
Yes. That's why
I
you were not told about it, because it was important that you acted out of your own instincts and your own feelings and your own thoughts.
So, our encounter with the Chronomancer's Tower in the Stellar, that was fabricated for us.
No.
Storm really existed around.
The convergence, also the rapture, happened, as you know. When the Keeper left, the Keeper is no longer around protecting us. He left that sacred privilege to the Chronomancers. And the Chronomancers took up guard to guard the forgotten Temple of Dragano. So the Chronomancers did what they could. They set up the magic in a way they thought was appropriate waiting.
And what of?
The problem was that no one could close it. No one knew how to close the portal. But the Chronomancers knew that one day that when you come along, you will create a series of events that would allow you to close it.
I'm happy about that.
So that aside, we're going to go do the mission again. Yes.
Your mission will not be the same. It is simply retrieve the ship. There is nothing there that awaits you that is harmful.
Which ship?
The storm is gone.
A Kharonite ship is still lost and has still found their way into the same area that you would have found them. Except this time, Wexel was there waiting for them, and the ship is just there.
Is the storm still there?
It is not a storm, it is a nebula. And Wexel has created something very interesting. To travel into the nebula, it is a purplish cloud, but once you get inside, it becomes white, like the clouds in the sky of Andaria. And eventually, you see mountains. Wexel is in full control, similar to an ancient of this area. He cannot travel beyond it, though. Well, he could, but it would be without his power.
So we should be able to go into there safely. That's what you're saying?
Yes, you will travel there safely, without incident, I would imagine, and bring back the ship.
Which Kharonite ship is this now?
This is the ship that contains the astral crystal.
Ah,
The mining ship, remember?
this was the one that we saw when we went there.
Yes.
One
That
was
had already
gold.
mined the astral
Yes.
crystal.
They just like before,
one
just
that
like
we
before they
captured.
entered and they got lost. But this
Right?
time,
What?
instead
The
of
one
it
that we had
being
captured.
Right. Now they're already captured by Wexel and whatever forces he has there.
the Kharonite went inside and they got lost last time. This time they went inside and instead of getting all beat up by the storm, Wexel just captured it.
Where are the Kharonites who were on the ship?
Either Wexel took them, dispatched them, or jailed them.
Oh,
I'm
you
not
don't.
sure.
You don't know.
I do not know.
Okay.
So you need us to pilot this ship back.
Lord Bertram has you do that. My job is to ensure that your arrival comes and that you are prepared. In a way, this was a test to see that you would work together and show that you are willing to do this sacred mission. And also, you were required to do this mission. During this attack, Kanos destroys the fleets. Kanos was reborn on Kharon. And the different fleets represent different houses. Kanos was going to wipe out these rival houses, and Andaria, and Salvation, and you, at once. You prevented that.
And all because you opened the door.
But yet,
Because
a battle still awaits us.
Yes.
Right.
We are back at the moment where you came to see me for the first time.
So
So
why
so
wouldn't the
Kano-
fleet be made aware that we protected them?
Kanos lured all of his enemies into one place, and then he blasted them with the Temple of Dragano. Just wiped out all of them at once. All the Kharonites, all of us. We were all in one place, and he just used the Temple of Dragano to wipe us all out at once. But now we're
But we-
before that.
So we
Correct.
eliminated that.
We have since stopped that, and that should be something that the Kharonite should be made aware of.
They don't know
Is it
about it
not?
though.
You could, of course, try to tell them, of course, but right now they are fully focused on destroying Salvation.
Because it's before.
In order to do that
I
parlay,
know.
you're going to need to at least get it to a point where you have capital ships and able to defend yourself, so it's a stalemate, and then they might be willing to talk. Right now, they're overwhelming force. They're way more powerful than we are. They can just wipe us out, and that's what they will do. So we need to go get the astral crystal, power up those capital ships, and that might force them to then actually go, let's do a parlay. We can then tell them about Kanos or not, but that's down the track.
Yeah, listen, the Kairenites are still very powerful. They still want to attack us. They still want to destroy us.
Right, they have the big ships.
Kanos was a bit of a wild card. He took everyone off the map. We stopped that from happening, but the Kairenites are still coming for us. There's still a problem.
And Bardot is still only in the the Citadel, and the rest of Andaria is still normal. So they're still human or living.
Yeah,
So-
they're many different species.
Yeah. They're living. They're not the they're not vampires.
So out of game. So you guys are back at the moment where you saw Altari for the first time in this quest, and you have yet to go on that mission. Before, Kanos basically set a trap and was going to destroy everyone in one shot.
Right, but there's no way they can be made. There's no way they could be told of that.
Karen,
Yes.
you would have to convince Karen to care about that fact. And while it's an obvious fact and something that you should say, yeah, of course you would care, right now they're your like blood enemy that's coming to kill you. You caused the rapture in
They
their
don't know
mind.
that, right.
And now when you're going to sit there and try to, excuse me, I have something to tell you. We just stopped this thing that you're not going to
Like a
experience.
future thing, yeah.
It's like, hey, bully, you're lucky because I went in time and changed it so that they just want to kill you. They're not so interested
They're not
in what you're saying and what you're thinking. It's unless you could, it's within your rights as characters to try to figure out a way to bring that solution to reality. But right now they're coming to destroy you, like at the head of a fleet, in what feels like their most powerful moment to finally wipe Salvation off the map. So if you're on the side of the road and you want to try to flag them down and say, hey, we did this cool thing for you, that's your choice.
All right then.
Lord Bertram is standing there. He's like, not to interrupt this meditation or this revelation of what's going on, but we have a lot to tend to. If you are ready to get the ship, it's important you're out there. You see, Wexel only wants to meet you. He says that you are the fellow founders of Astra, and that you should go there and be the ones to retrieve it. He does not want anyone to be in his city that is not particularly selected or invited.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
And also out of game, we played Astra in an off quest that hasn't been. We actually played it with the kids of Audio Dungeon. Yeah,
That one.
we played this months ago.
That's awesome.
You remember that was Astra?
No,
Yes.
I forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought you realized. Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
that's Astra. And if you remember, Eric kept saying, well, "Where's Astra?" And someone said, "Like, was it high up in the mountains?" I said, "No, not really."
Yeah.
I said it's kind of somewhere else, and I couldn't. I said I can't really explain to you where it is because you can't know, but this is where it is. So it's in the Stellar,
That's
but
awesome.
it's in his fortress that he created. And if you remember, he was selecting certain people to come in to be part of the community. So he's trying to keep the community to be something that he feels like, is acceptable. He doesn't want to bring any bad eggs in, in his mind. So now the issue is that he will only let you guys in because he knows you, your lives, and as being a chronomancer, he's seeing different timelines. He understands who you are, and that's where you are right now.
All right. Round 2.
Cool. That's
we?
cool that you made the kids quest. That's awesome. Like,
Yeah.
That's the hidden. Like that's great.
Yes.
That's great.
Yeah, they did really well too. They did really well.
That's
did.
awesome. Cool.
Ready to go?
All right. Sure. Yep.
Okay, follow me. Okay, so as you walk up the long stairs.
Oh God.
Damn, these stairs are always in the quest. They're always in front of me.
Do we think we should get shields on the ship this time?
I mean, the
Looking forward to
the
seeing
ship-
the
the-
card shark.
ship we have upstairs is the ship. Whatever ship you're using is the ship we can outfit, and that's the one we've modified up for you. Listen, this is going to be very easy. So, I'm being told about what happened before that you prevented. So, as I only found out a few years ago about Asher that existed, but apparently from what Altari was saying, that it wasn't like that. It was the Temple of Dragano and all that other witchcraft and stuff. Whatever. So all you have to do is go there. Wexel will let you in, as he says. Get the ship, bring it back, and we got to load up one of these capital ships, because if we don't get one of them up, we are going down. And everything that you did, it's not going to matter. Understood?
Okay.
Okay.
Run it back.
He, ta-
Here we go. Here we
he
go.
takes you. He
Let's
takes
do
you up
it.
top.
Here we go.
You guys walk in.
Is
and-
it the card shark? Is it our?
It's your original ship.
Okay.
Yeah.
I sit in the pilot seat.
Here's a question: is Zim with us?
No, put that back.
Zim's with you. Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have time for that.
I'm
Put it
sure that
back.
he wouldn't be here.
Yeah. No, Zim's with you. So you guys walk up. Except now you have Val with you, which is the
Cool.
the X factor. So you make your way in. You see, as I described last time, you see this whole base, which now you've seen before, and they take you out to your ship. You see the ship's been modded. You see the two ships are on the side, and there you see somebody going through all your stuff.
Jock, stop it. We don't have time for that.
And he goes, well, you know, this is really crap because like no one is like this ship is ridiculous. No one is doing any maintenance on this ship.
I can't
Well-
get that. It's a piece of junk. I mean, look, here they come. Come on,
Hey.
get out from up there.
Question: do we have our memories of what happened?
As of right now, no.
Yeah. So does Charles, myself, and only have our memories of what happened during that period? Was it only the crew?
Same
do.
answer. As of right now, no.
You guys don't.
Val does.
Well, we remember, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Convenient.
Sorry.
As of right now, Rich's character, Charles' character, and Jacques are just not remembering.
Okay.
Do we know Val's here, or do we still think Val's in the Citadel?
You still think Val is in the Citadel? Yes.
What? Hey, what? How did you?
But he's
Did you get?
What?
How?
So Jacques going through your ship, and he goes, "Hey, just so you know, I took out a few things. Like you're not going to
what
need
is-
this. What is
really?
even this?
well, that's
This
my...
does not even belong in the ship. It belongs in like a bike.
What is it? What are you
Wait.
doing, Jacques?
Is it?
There's extra parts that don't make anything that are attached to other stuff. Like someone must have. Who did this? You did this?
No. Do you know what this stuff is?
It's part of your
Ah.
ship. It's useless.
Yeah, it was like
What is it
it was
though?
like that
It's
when we got it.
modifications that don't do anything.
They don't do anything.
No, they don't do anything.
That doesn't seem right.
Not even make it look
Right.
good.
Okay, it doesn't seem right.
I don't know if
Yeah,
I like
I
it
think
touching our ship.
this
He
here.
gets down a ladder. Okay, come on. We're going to fly, and I'm going to do work on the fly. Literally on the fly.
Okay.
Let's go.
Who's your pilot?
Should we get shields for this ship here? I'm slightly
Yeah.
concerned that he just said
There-
this is going to be a really easy mission.
There's no
I don't
time
think
for
we have
that.
time.
I don't think
We've
we
got to
have
get
time for that.
moving.
We got to get going.
There's no time.
As you're walking up, you see Christor. As you guys are around the ship now, and you see in the distance, Lord Bertram is about to walk back in, and Christor comes out, and Christor's like grabbing his head, and he's holding like the watch,
Oh,
and he's like explaining to him,
Oh no.
and you see like they're having a conversation, and Bertram's like,
That don't sound good.
Do you think we should take the watch with us?
he opens the door, he's like, come back inside, like relax, and then Chris is like, he walks back in.
Ay.
The watch is in the box, though.
That's gonna
right?
go well.
We don't know.
No, the watch is in his hand.
Oh god.
Can I sense emotions on him, or is it obvious?
It's way too far away, sense emotions. But from what you see, wherever you pick up on me is, I did the conversation without
Wait,
saying verbally what they were
I got a
saying.
nice amount of emotions from you. You're a good actor.
Oh, thank you. It was acting.
That's good.
Well, reach.
So you guys get into the ship.
I sit in the pilot seat.
It's in the pilot seat.
Can we star path there, or do we not have the resources to do that? Or-
So oh, you say can we star path there? Who star pathed last time? You could.
Well,
you could
yeah,
do
so
it.
if I can just say I know the route, maybe I can figure it out.
Yeah, you could just do it. You know
Yeah.
how to get there. So everyone sits down.
We didn't start path the first time. It took us 3 hours to get
Getting
there.
back, I've done it.
Right.
Yeah,
On
but
the
you
way,
just
we
request to
didn't.
get
I
back.
don't think.
Right, but you know
But
you
coming
can,
back, I've done it. So yeah,
right. You can do it now because you've been there.
yeah.
Cool.
Does this ship have the
So
capability to do that?
So Jacques says, oh yeah, that's right. Does your ship have a star path ability?
I don't think so.
Oh,
No, it
Obviously
doesn't.
not.
You know how to star path,
mean-
but your ship doesn't have the
So what I'm
ability.
saying, do we even have any astral crystal
we
on the
need
ship?
we need the crystal for that, right?
No, you're going to get astral crystal.
So that's
but
what I'm
like-
saying.
No, yeah. So
It
you don't.
doesn't
Yeah,
require. It requires crystal to do that, right?
right. You don't have.
Oh
the-
yeah,
you,
we don't
you-
have that.
You have a crystal core, but you don't have the star.
I am
you don't have the,
spoiled by star pathing. I can't
yeah,
do this.
You don't have a star pathing ability.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Yeah,
All right.
it's only like a few hours.
We do
That's
have
all it
like
is.
we
That's
do
like an
have,
eternity now.
we've got ludicrous speed though, so yeah, that's pretty good.
You guys
You load up a movie.
You guys talk and have similar conversations than before, and then you guys take off. During this trip, Ayana, you find that you're constantly feeling all the different timelines because of your unique chemistry of being a lark. And during this time, you're finding it difficult to focus.
Are the crystals like also?
They're
still enhanced.
They actually are
Like it
still
actually
enhanced.
happened.
Yes,
Okay.
Whoa.
they are still enhanced. And you find that this next hour, this whole trip, of these few hours, you're just out of it.
Yeah. That's what it feels like.
And out of game, that's what happened before in this spot.
Right.
You were out of it this whole time.
Right.
So you kind of figure out why that happened.
Okay.
After a few hours, you guys arrive. Jacques knows the coordinates, and you see this purple nebula. You don't see any sort of crackling energy.
Well, that's a relief.
Round 2. Better than the first time.
Oh, this does not look good. The first time.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking
yeah,
about?
First time?
yeah.
You have been here before? Is this like a secret thing that we don't know?
Just go in.
We had a little time.
Well, how do we go in? It's a huge cloud.
Just go.
It's okay. We know someone on the inside who will make sure we get in safely.
I'm so confused now.
Take it away, Fax.
Okay.
What?
You guys-
You're piloting.
Gets behind you.
Would anybody else like to command me to fly my own ship?
Wow.
How about
Feels
you?
good to be back.
Can y'all not do it together?
This guy, he's very sensitive. Be
You guys-
careful what you say.
You guys take the
Fax.
ship in.
Hit the
Very,
gas.
very sensitive.
You give it the gas. You guys take the ship in. You go into the nebula, and this time you go through with no issue. It takes about a minute or two, and on the other side opens up. The clouds go from purple to like whitish, and then opens up, and it looks like you see sky. You could be flying in the air in Indaria right now, for all you know,
Ugh.
and you see all these mountains that are it's very beautiful. It looks like somebody actually just like handcrafted this like perfect scene. And on top of it, you see this beautiful city that's built into the mountain. There's like a fortress on top, and then there's all ports for people to actually like dock ships and such. You see there are ships, like smaller ships that are out in the nebula doing different things, maybe like some sort of
Utility kind of ships.
yeah, like things like that. And you guys are coming in, and immediately as you come in, you see these wizards appear, and the wizards have like masks on, and they all just appear. They have like all like yellowish robes, and they kind of sit there and they have wands in their hands, and they and then you see Wexel appear. I have one question for you. And by the way, this Wexel feels different if you see the way I'm voicing him.
Wait, he's on the ship?
Yes, he appears on a ship.
Oh, they all peered on. Okay.
What
Yeah.
the hell?
Whoa.
What is the city of Astra named after?
Your mother.
Your mother.
Okay, you can bring them in. See them there. He disappears. The
Okay,
wizards,
no, no.
the wizards turn to the front and just like kind of put their wands away, and they stay with you. And you guys, you fly in, you fly up to the city of Astra, you dock, you get out, and you find yourself in a few minutes standing at this site, just looking at the sky that eventually goes into a horizon of like this purplish cloud. Below you is a city that people are working, they're trading, and they're at peace. And as you remember, these people were refugees from the years ago when people were trying to escape from the dragons. Role play or ask a question?
It was so much better than last time.
This place is beautiful.
What happened last time?
Don't worry about it.
This place was
They quit referencing it.
It's better if you don't know.
it was completely empty before. Now it's full of a fantastic civilization.
You've
Time
done a fantastic job here, Wexel.
Oh.
Wexel looks up. You say that.
I was just saying what a wonderful job you did with Astra.
I know you were going to say that. I had to hurry up to get into position. I was slightly behind where I was supposed to be. So, welcome. I'm glad you're here. This is
Thank you.
here because of what you've done. So you are the founders with me.
It's amazing.
If I ever go, I want one of you to keep it going.
If you ever go.
Oh, I don't think I'll ever go because I'm kind of immortal now.
Congratulations.
Come on, I'll show you around.
If anyone deserves it.
Congratulations.
Yes.
So he for the next hour, he brings you throughout the entire city.
The royal tour.
And as you're walking through, and Jacques' like, so what's this place? He goes, so what was this place before? And he's like, oh, I forgot. And he goes, all of your memories are returned for the three of you that had no memory of it. He goes, now you don't have to ask me all those annoying questions. Isn't that great?
Is Fate still around?
Yeah, Fate's here.
Brilliant, brilliant.
What is
So
fate?
he takes you through everywhere, the whole place, and eventually he brings you up to, which is like his main chamber in the fortress above, and you see those crystals. You know, the rainbowish crystals that were on the columns. He's like, yes, like these were Dragano's crystals that I kind of attuned myself if I could, and yeah. So that's the end of the tour. I just showed that last because how could you show that
cool.
first?
It's amazing. This
Yeah.
is a wonderful place.
So this is it. So this could be like,
Done.
this could be something that like if anything goes wrong with Dondaria, this could be a safe place for somebody.
It's wonderful.
I love
It's
it.
a great
It's
thing
brilliant.
you've done.
Well done.
Are you capable of mining astral crystal here?
So there is a portal. Oh, you remember the portal you guys shut?
Yes.
Yes.
So that portal, while it's closed, there is ways to kind of slip through and go into the Nether from here. I've done it a few times, but it's super dangerous.
Go into the Nether to get astral crystal.
You can go into the Nether to get astral crystal, yes, and it's always near the portal. It's created from the threshold of our reality and what the Nether is, which is like a nil reality, something in between, like the vortex of nil space, literally.
It's the connection that causes the.
Yes, exactly.
Brilliant.
So it's always nearby, but it's super dangerous to go in. I've done it a few times. I've come back, but there's
It's
people, beings that have gotten in there, and they try to like thrive in there, and they've become more powerful than anyone can imagine.
Well, that's.
Would you mind pointing us in the direction of that Kaironite ship?
Yes, it's right out. It's right outside here. I can show you. It's right on.
Brilliant.
He walks out to like a ledge and he points down. He's like, it's right down there. It's full of astral crystal, and you're welcome to it. And I know Cameron's gonna attack soon.
Yes, it's
So,
desperately needed for sure.
Yeah,
Where are the Cavernites who are on that ship?
I have him locked up.
How long have you had them for?
15 years.
That's how long they were trapped in here the last time? That's crazy.
Yeah, they're treated well, but they can't leave.
Yeah.
Would you ever
No one can find out
That'll be a
about
huge
where we are.
security risk. Yeah.
would you ever give them the option to partake in like rehabilitation perhaps? And
Every once in a while, we have people to look in on them and see if they want that, but they don't. They
Wow,
are very much set in their
that's
ways.
incredible. They've been imprisoned for 15 years.
Yeah, they're in an area that's like a prison area, but it's not like a cell.
Yes.
It's just
they're
a good
treated
thing.
nicely. They're treated
I'm
nicely.
actually able to create anything I want here because with the crystals that I'm tapped into it with the chronomancy and everything else that I have now, I can create anything. So they're like within their own space.
That's fair.
I do have one person though that was the only thing that I made Lord Bertram and the council agree on, that you need to take this person with you.
We need to take somebody with us.
It's a prisoner that should not be here, and I really rather not be here. He's kind of ruined the vibe.
Oh boy.
Bad vibes is not
Who
what
is
you
this?
want.
I do have
Oh,
one
no.
question about
We weren't-
the
we
Kaironite.
weren't-
I'll just show you.
Yeah, just
We're
bring
told
us
of
bring us to
this.
the bad vibes. We'll sort it out.
He brings you guys downstairs.
Bertram didn't tell us.
So you walk into the section. And you walk into he opens like a dungeon door, and inside the door is like a town. It looks like a medieval town. He's like, it doesn't look like a prison, but it's a prison. That's why it works. So you walk in and you see there's some Cavernites walking around, and they kind of look at him and they kind of just like stay away. And he walks over to like the tavern, and he goes, he's probably in here. So I'll wait out here.
Did the Cavernites have any reaction to us three?
No.
I go in.
Yeah, let's go in and see what's happening.
If they have a reaction, they haven't shared it, they see him and they kind of move away. It's like seeing the warden come in, and that's all they can focus on. They don't want to deal with them, and they don't trust them.
Now, are these like true Cavernites, or are they any of them like us? Caverite bodies?
No, they're true Cavernites.
True Cavernites. Okay.
Yeah. And they are, for those that remember, they are the exact same people that you encountered in that crew. Except now they're alive and not killed prematurely.
Wow, that's nice.
Technically, 6 of them we didn't encounter. They kind of flew away.
Right. So now they get a better life, too.
I
Yeah,
That's nice.
Isn't that
That's
nice?
nice.
That's nice.
I like it.
They're not unalived.
Right. They're living eternity in a small town.
Sounds nice.
Could be
Just a
worse.
small town.
Could be renegades.
Caronite, living in a lonely, Wexel created imaginative world.
All right, I go in.
You walk in a tavern and you see it's bustling with activity, and you suspect that some of these people are NPCs for real.
That's
And-
awesome.
And You see at a table, it's like, that's it, I win again! I'm cleaning house!
Oh my
God.
Cleaning up!
No, hell to the no.
That's 10 gold for me.
Wow.
1 gold for you, but you owe me some gold. There you go. And you owe me 2
my
gold.
God.
And I don't like you. It's your first time playing, so there's a tax. And I'm going to take that gold. Here we go. And you see people getting up. It's like, come on, who's next? Who wants to play next?
Us, me.
Okay, have a seat.
All right, let's go.
Do we have to take him?
So, your luck, you'll see this soon, but you actually can use your luck score right now as how many dice you can roll to succeed on something.
Okay.
Okay?
And it's yeah. All right.
When it's just for odds, but it's not strategy, it's just like luck of the draw, you can roll that amount, like a skill. So if you have luck of 6 or 7, what is it?
6.
6? So you roll 6 dice whenever it's a lucky situation.
But am I? But
You're not using
I'm
luck.
not using them up.
No.
Though? Oh, okay.
No.
It's just like an extra. Okay.
Just
Yeah,
you'll see in the future how it makes sense. It's gonna turn
got
to something
you.
else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have more in here. Okay. So he sits down. He goes, "So we're playing dice. You ever played before?"
Sure.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
Here we go. I got 1.
I got 1 also.
Okay, roll again. Fine.
I got 1.
I got 1 also. Last round. Just 1.
1, 2.
Ooh, dude.
Ah! He goes, "Oh wait, I didn't see this die.
Oh.
Looks like I got 2 also. Looks like nobody wins.
Oh well.
Oh well.
At least it was a fair game.
Yes. And thank God, because some of these guys, they cheat.
Now we've got to go. Come on, we're going.
What?
You're coming with us.
Oh my God.
I am?
Yep. Let's go. It's time to go.
I think you have the wrong person.
I don't think so.
They're not letting me out here. I try to take over.
I know. That's why it's time to go. Come on. We're leaving.
Well, where? Unhand me. Where are we going?
I didn't touch it.
Well, you look like you did.
We gotta go.
Where are we going? I'm not going anywhere with you.
I think you are. Yeah. I think you need to.
Could someone make this one disappear?
Nope. Come on.
I want to nudge Zim and go pick him up.
Okay, Zim walks over and picks him up. Let me go!
Excellent. Thanks, Zim.
He just walks away.
Let's go. Everybody back to the ship.
Wait,
to the other
you
ship.
guys walk out into the hallway and you see Wexel's there, and he's like, "Oh, it's you! Listen. So, is this gonna be a better move? Am I getting a better view?"
All right, I go over there and I gag him.
Oh, so okay, you gag him, and Wexel's like,
I don't want to hear him.
So nothing bad's gonna happen to you. It's just that you're gonna pay a bit of a penance, and the deal was that you have a lot of information about a lot of different things and technology, and so the Andarian Council says that you're gonna work with them, and I get to have you not here
Do we have any?
because you're very annoying, and I always have complaints about you.
we have Zim.
Oh, we have.
So
This whole
Zim is
box
holding
is
it.
full
I
of
don't
complaints.
It's not gonna be
Yeah, he
hard.
does that. You see a filing cabinet appears. It opens up. These are all complaints on you, right? You should see my complaints on the rest of Astra, and then I have a whole cabinet. It's not just this one drawer. It's all the drawers underneath.
These are all B.
I'm just opening one. Yes, it's just you. B for this is BE for Bellarmine. You. Want me to pull one at random? Do you? And he goes, Why would I pull one out? One out. Let's read one. You guys tell me, someone for a fate point, somebody make up a really cool one.
He ate all chicken tenders.
You ate all the chicken tenders that we have for supposed to be all the guys here, right? All the chicken tenders, and they're well, maybe because they're vampires, they didn't want to eat it. That makes sense. So okay, maybe I'll get rid of that one.
Can't be seen.
No fate point because they don't eat it. What about this one?
Refuses to bathe, smells foul, even to vampires.
Right, you gotta bathe sometimes. You're like, that's like, why is that on my list of things I have to take care of? I don't have to take care of you taking a bath. But there's also this one.
New group of baby horses just born. Got them all drunk.
And you got all those horses drunk.
They were just born.
Like why? Why? That doesn't even make any sense. And I'm a little crazy. I'm a little off, and you're weird to me. So anyway, it's like you're going home
Oh my God.
because you can't stay here. You gotta go.
That's it.
So, great having you. Goodbye.
No problem.
And you guys, thank you. Whatever you need, you come here, and
Thank you.
I'm indebted to you because this is great. In the regular timeline, I don't know if you remember this, but it doesn't go so well for me. I die heroically, which is great, but
Captain, do we need
Now I don't
restraints
have
for
to.
this one?
Wexel, what did happen to Kanos? Is he just still in this area?
Kanos, okay, good question. Kanos was reborn after being killed in Andaria, but Kanos still has a bit of the chronomancy that he had before. He's been retaining it. So what he did was he's gone back in time and he's speaking to his old self to help himself relearn things. I've been keeping eyes on him. He's very dangerous. So he stopped for now. He can't get through. I'm here, and because of everything I'm manifesting in the crystals, that portal's staying closed. So everyone's happy. But
we're about to enter it.
No.
You don't go in there.
We're
Well,
not going in there.
The ship
Why are
is-
you
the
entering
The
it?
ship is full. We don't need to go in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Do we have
flying the
do
ship
we have
back.
restraints on the ship that we can use for this one?
Can you
Yeah,
magically?
all the astral crystals in the ship,
magically
right?
restrain it?
We don't have.
Not to
restraints
mention,
on the
there's
ship.
a
Could you-
log
do
in
you
the
have-
ship
Do you
that
have any
has.
restraints for this one that we can
point.
maybe borrow?
Oh,
Brilliant.
because they're gonna disappear though when you get out of the nebula.
Brilliant.
Oh.
That's not really helpful.
That's
It's
not
just-
good.
Tie 'em up.
Well, yeah, just find some rope on the way out.
All right, great.
I've got some rope.
I got-
I'll tie 'em
I
up.
got
We'll get
cable.
the ship.
Yeah, all right.
So multiple people in your party have cable and rope. That's great.
Rope.
Great.
Thank you.
Oh, I miss going in days of party. I never really got to adventure except for that last time. That wasn't
Hey,
even. That,
want to come with us?
It was like
no,
No, not again, right?
no.
This guy pretty good.
This guy last time.
But think of where we ended up. It's pretty
Oh,
good.
I'm happy. Yeah, it's great.
Maybe one day we'll go on, not that far out, but maybe something.
I can see ourselves in the future. There's a possibility for us to go on a fun quest.
I'm there.
That would be
You
excellent.
say the time and the place. I'm there.
Well, since you could split yourself, why don't you split yourself one time and then that person can come
No, I
with
can't
us?
split myself anymore. I just lived multiple realities and I experienced them all by watching it.
Oh,
Is there any way for you to
leave
like
it
not come but also see what we're doing, or can you just do that already?
Oh, yes, if I want to check on you, I can see. Yeah,
Brilliant. That's perfect.
yeah.
Oh,
so
we
there's
should-
no
Well,
I'm
way-
literally like an ancient,
That's amazing.
except more powerful.
All right, let's get going.
We should.
But only like here. I can't move it. I can't go out. It's different. It's weird because it's not on
Well,
Andaria.
if you-
It's in space. I don't know why I can't. Like I'm an ancient, but only here, and that's it.
Wexel, can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Okay, thank you. So they said that the only people who live here are the people who you allow to live here or invite in here.
Yeah.
Who's here?
So a lot of people wanted to escape from the dragons when the dragons were taking over. The contracts were ending. So I sent people down that I got people first that I thought I could trust. And once I had that, well, I guess I started at the beginning. So when the souls came out, I was able to save a lot of the souls and turn them back into people.
Oh, brilliant.
But they can only be here,
It's better than the other place.
right? They can only exist here. If they try to leave, they will disappear, right?
Okay.
Because the magic's keeping them, making them physical. But it's great. They don't have to be trapped, and people are here.
It is.
Right. So after that we created a whole system, a place to live and such. And then I started needing other people. So I eventually got the people that I could trust, did that, and then those people go out to Rendaria and they help find other people that need help and need to escape. And that's how Astra was really becoming born. In the beginning, it was nothing, but then it became something. I gotta say, in the beginning, I was hell bent on killing everybody. I was even gonna try to kill you guys, but every time I kept looking in the future of it, most of you kill me. I get some of you.
Sorry.
But it's okay. It's just that something about you guys being together, like you can't be beaten. So I think that's why everyone is always excited that your return and stuff. I'm excited.
If you need us to bring you anything back that you maybe don't have around here, just let us know.
I appreciate it, but I'm
How's
good.
the meatloaf?
It's good. It's wherever I want it to
know
be.
you liked meatloaf. Remember that. Don't you?
Wexel,
Oh yeah, I did like meatloaf.
Yeah, see?
That was a long time ago.
when you said you attuned yourself to the crystals of Dragana, what
Yes.
does that do to you?
It tied me to it.
To him?
So Dragano? No, he's gone. And Dari's tied to the same crystal. Like there's not a problem there.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yes, I agree.
Ready,
Yeah,
Captain?
Dragano is gone. He's
I
gone.
have
Gone.
a question for Wexel. Wexel,
Okay.
who was the Zaire soul that was here?
Oh, it is a woman. Her name is Lorcan.
Oregon.
Why do you ask?
No, just curious.
Oh,
Because there was only one.
we should be going.
Let's go.
There's only one Zia, so that we noticed in the that was trapped in there, and it's just an oddity.
2 ships?
The rest,
No, I think there's more than people from Zir. There's probably about like I don't know, a few hundred total.
Wexel, what? Do you know anything about the stronghold from Zir? If that's still
I've looked at it a few times.
so.
Well, I don't want to go into it because I get worried. I think that I could even get trapped in there or taken out there if I get too close. It's like this ancient technology that's very powerful, and I believe crystals are involved. And if I go out there and look, it's possible I could jump to that crystal, and I don't know what would happen to me if I do that.
So the only way that we can learn about the technology that runs that stronghold would be to travel back to those that created it? Like those from
Well, you could just
Zir?
go if you wanted to go there. I mean, you could. Just gotta be careful because, as I understand it, it's like this incredibly powerful fortress that runs on some sort of like crystal tech, like stellar cores, and has all these traps to defend it and keep it guarded. It's literally like in a shutdown mode right now. Like someone, well, it was the Red Knight, right? So apparently, for whatever reason, he like turned it off. And everything, all the traps are on it, and it's armed, and it's protected. Maybe he's saving it for the future? It's otherwise, though, abandoned. And a lot of people say there's a lot of cool things in there. I know people try to go in there all the time, and they never live. They die. Those are usually the ones I watch. It's like people, there's a whole other civilization. People watch, like, car chases. I don't even know what that is, but that's a thing. And, like, I watch these people try to go into this thing. It's fun for me.
it sounds
All
like
right.
a bit weird.
That's a whole different planet that I'm not allowed to talk about.
We need to find out how we're going to. How do you want to get these 2 ships now?
right. So
Should we hitch? Do we hitch?
that's-
Do we ask Jock what he thinks? So what do you think, Captain?
No, we gotta.
I'm right here, and we could just take 2 ships.
2 ships, split up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just drive 2 ships.
Who's flying what?
I will fly my ship.
All right.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's great.
I could fly the other ship if you want.
Yeah, or
I
I
can
could
fly
either
too.
way.
You've flown
I'll-
it before. That's
I'll-
fine.
Yeah, I'll go.
Oh, you're familiar with Caterite technology?
He is now.
Sure.
Wait, we flew already.
Yeah,
Last time, yeah.
that's-
Last time.
I'm familiar
Okay,
with this
right.
ship.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. I have my memory back. It's all so foggy.
Yes. All right. Fine.
Yes, okay.
We'll take the mining ship. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Don't star path. We don't want to waste any of that astral crystal this time. We need to just take it in because at the moment we've got 2 full
Yeah,
tanks.
but now
Yeah, but we're gonna save time.
now it
So
would
much
cost
more
us
time.
like we would do it directly. It
We'll
would be
use
fine.
parts of it. We've only
1%
got
is fine.
what's there. It's not worth it. Honestly,
You don't think it's
couple
worth
of
it?
hours-
I think the speed's
Not
worth
for a
it.
couple
It's
of
only a
hours.
You're
isn't
also
a couple
going to leave the other ship if you do that.
right. That's true.
He's
And
true.
he's already
But-
complained about you leaving him once.
He
So let's
clearly
not
has
have
no
to punch
problem
it
doing
again.
that. So
So
That's
let's
right. And I
go.
still have no problem doing that because that ship is no longer important right now because the astral crystal is the most important thing. As
We
far
can
as
leave
I
that ship
see.
here and take this ship.
So
No,
Well,
Wexel,
It
do
also
that.
be
It's-
magnetically locked onto this ship. It landed on it before it went.
Oh, this is classic. You guys are exactly the same as you've always been.
Let's go.
yes, let's go. Let's go. Let's go
Wexel,
to the
how much
mining
time
ship.
do we have before the Kaironite fleet arrives?
We don't know. That's just it.
No,
I think we'd be there now.
That's why we have to get back
No,
fast.
right?
You have time. You have you still have about 15 hours.
Yeah, so we
Time's
got
a little different
plenty of
here, but not that different.
All right.
Wexel, is there a way that we can
still
time.
we-
We have time to take the scenic route. Let's go.
Sorry.
Ayana, Dell, come with me. Everyone else go with Travis. Come on.
As they're walking away, I want to talk to Wexel for a second.
Sure.
Wexel,
Yeah.
do you know what has happened to my timeline? Does it still exist?
Timelines sometimes run into like dead ends for different reasons. I'm pretty sure yours is one of those.
So there's nothing for me to return to, or
It's all really here.
to stay here. The other question I have is, you said that you went into the Nether. As I understand it, the other me is still there.
Yeah, you're there. You're scary as hell.
Oh no. That's something we're gonna have to deal with later, isn't it?
If you go into the Nether, why are you going to the Nether? Why does
No,
everyone want to go into the Nether?
I'm not speaking of the Nether, but if the me that is there eventually.
Yeah,
leave.
don't do that.
Okay.
Don't go. I wouldn't fight it. I don't know what's going to happen there. I don't see that. I can see chronomatic possibilities of timelines and such. But when you go into the Nether, I could see nothing. And in the Nether, like, you can't summon your souls. I know you guys can do that now. Like, you can't do that. You can't, like, call for help. You know, there's no lifelines. Magic will work. Arcane energy will work. You know, mystic energy, it works because those energies can get through. But, like, to a point, it's limited. You're really on your own out there. And you, apparently from this time on, you went in there and I don't know what happened to you, but, like, I saw you and I just ran because I didn't like it.
Should we take the time to dispose of the other me's physical form?
No, just don't go. Leave it in there. Who cares?
He's going in there.
No,
I wouldn't.
I
wouldn't.
I mean the body that's still here within our physical plane. Should we try to dispose of the body there so that soul cannot return?
That's up to you. That's a big responsibility. I don't want that on me.
Okay. Thank you for the information.
Yeah, sure.
I'm gonna head over to the Kaironite ship.
And you're all the three of you are all invited back if you ever want to come back here.
Thank you, sir. This is
Yeah.
a fascinating.
Well, the other
place.
guys too, but you know.
I'll let
just
them
pointing at
know.
you three for no reason.
He likes to smoke.
I'm gonna head towards the Kaironite ship because that one has
Okay.
shields.
Okay, so you guys go into the ships. You yeah.
Before we leave,
You want to talk to Wexel?
yes,
Just a line, a queue over here. Okay, next.
I just come over to Wexel and am I able to like take a little part of my tree, a little piece of like my sapling self?
Wow, what is this? Should I grow another one of you? I could do that. He puts it down on the ground. You see another one of you grow up.
Whoa.
Jeez.
Is that unnerving? I can get rid of it if it's unnerving.
I just figured maybe it would remind you a little bit of home.
She reminds me of you. She's just like you.
I'd like if we could stay here with you.
Ayana, too? Do you want to stay?
Yes, I am tree.
It'll be like you never left.
Thank you, Wexel.
You're always welcome at Wexeltown. I'm sorry, Astra.
Wexelton.
I used to call
Wexelton.
it Wexeltown, and everyone was like, no, they hated that. And then I started calling it like Wexelland, and then everyone really hated it. and so I just started calling it. And then I told my mother, and I said, you know, Astra, that was good. So.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, but I sometimes still call it Wexeltown, you know. Or Wexelton if you want to, but that's not right.
Wexel World.
Ah,
Wexelville.
that
I
has
like
a
the
ring
sound
to
of
it.
that.
Yeah, unfortunately, Astra stuck.
Astra's
You figure, like, how many chances you get to name a whole society? It didn't work out for me.
The next one.
The next one.
Your mother is proud. I'm sure.
Right. I thought you left. You still here?
Bye bye.
Okay. What ship
going.
is Bellamont going on?
lots of fractals, time fractals, people leaving and not coming back.
Wexel, one more question. I'm sorry.
Oh, of course.
That's a good question.
Bordeaux's left us his watch.
Oh man,
Crystal.
Bardot. Classic.
Classic? In what way?
So Bardot is powerful. You know, he's a star seeker. You know that,
Yes.
right? So he's trying to get to the end. Technically, I could do that. I'm in the running, right?
I would say that you're pretty much.
I would be in the lead.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm not doing that. Who wants to do that? Who cares that? Katos is out of his mind. He wants to win life. Who plays the game like that?
Life.
Who tries to win the role play game? They don't try to win.
Need a drink of water. Spicy.
You don't try to win. You just live it. The point of existence is to give it meaning,
Right.
right? That's one thing you learn about being a chromancer. Like, you give it meaning. That's it. But like, these people out there are like, they're crazy. And Bardot wants to get there. He wants that because whatever. I don't know why, but like, he's playing a game very different from Kanos. Kanos is like, he hates you guys. Every time I check on him, oh man, he always sees me and I have to like back out. That's kind of scary too. But like he wants to go there. You know, Bardot wants it, but yeah, they play it differently.
When you say go there, what is there to win? What are they? What is the end? Where's the end line?
So I've looked into the beginning and the end of our universe here, the multiverse, and I think that everyone does that as a chronomancer. It's kind of the first thing. You eventually lead to the point where you go, how does it end? Or how did it begin? That's just how it goes. So when you get there, there are many ways that it can go. So you search through different timelines and see the furthest one, and then there are a few where a being can evolve to a point where they become, I guess, the beginning. The master of all dungeons. That's one way to put it. It's kind of weird, but yeah.
You know, I have a question for you. Since you've attained...
Didn't he leave too? Everyone comes back.
He came back.
Since you've attained this level of power, has anyone reached out to you from outside of what we know to seek that power?
I've had other beings reach out to me, yes. And they're all from planets and things I'd never heard of. So sometimes they come peacefully.
Is it scary to you? Is it like... Because you don't know what to expect.
It's shocking when they come, but I feel so confident here, so powerful here that I think that if they can't, no one can destroy me here. I think it's just too powerful. Like Dracano's crystals, I just can feel it. I feel like I could take on multiple agents if I had to.
That's crazy to achieve that level. Shall we?
Well, it can't.
Yes.
Kanos wouldn't be able to come here, would he?
I think now Kanos can't come through here. I don't think anyone can come through here. At immortal level, maybe that would be a problem. If like someone like Andar wanted to come in, I would just have him sit down and have dinner with him. You know, what am I going to do? But like someone at that level could do that. But if Kanos gets to a level of like Andar, and I think there's at least 3 or 4 levels above that, at that point, yeah, they can make a running to change it all. Like everything, like the things you know. They can recreate everything you know. They can recreate existence.
What about Altari?
Altari is cool. He's great.
He's a being from another world.
Yeah, he's a star seeker. I don't think he wants anything like that. But he could try to do that if he wanted to, but I think that's the problem. Like, the good guys don't really want to do that. The ones that are kind of crazy, they want to do that. So that's kind of the crux of it, I guess. From how I know that you guys are Star Seekers because you guys want to stop these people from doing this. There are things like this. I mean, but don't. If you don't want to do that, then don't. That'll be your path. Your path, as I could tell you confidently, that everyone's path is just what they make of it. If you as a Star Seeker want to make your goal to protect Andaria from Kaironite and keep it down to the Andarian system, then do that and don't worry about the rest. And if that's just how it is, that's how it is. You got to follow your own path. But if you do want to try to stop those things, you can. But you've already done that. This is Astra is a living example of you guys just getting involved and you didn't know what you were doing, but you took a chance and it worked out. Maybe it won't work out for another thing, but this worked out. Kanos did not destroy Andaria. Well, someone might say that you destroyed Andaria, but I'm not saying that.
Well, it seemed as though it was a bit of my fate at the moment.
You had to destroy it to save it. Time is the strangest thing ever. There's never a straight line. It's always complicated. It goes in various directions.
Speaking of straight line, what's happened to Arathia since it was knocked out of our solar system?
Arathia is such an interesting place. All the people there are very cerebral. They're very big into history. They're always trying to learn new things.
You've been there.
They're such a cool thing. Yeah, I've been there. I check in on it. I can't go there for a long period of time.
I am very interested.
Arathia is a very interesting place, and it's just out there in the dark. Like it's beyond Andaria. You could take a vessel there. It would just take you a long time. You have to star path out there. I think star pathing would take you weeks.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah. The Andarian system is pretty big itself. But like, yeah, star pathing, just because the way once you get out of the systems, the star pathing is not the same anymore. You can't go as fast. What are you going to connect to? There's nothing. There's no crystal.
Do you have any, or is it available to us on the ships, maps of the systems, the other systems? Is there any way that we can
I don't have maps of
access to them?
I just kind of look myself. I don't write things down.
Okay.
I do have a map of an Andarian system if that's something you want to, but I know that the council has that map too.
I think they provided us with one.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Wexel.
Sure.
This is beautiful.
Yeah. Do you want me to get rid of Ayana too? Is that weird?
But life.
No.
Oh, she seems to like her life. Okay, go off. Go have fun.
Oh. Here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Bye, me.
I am too. I am too.
Okay, well, it was great seeing you. If you need anything, I'm here. And good luck.
Thank you.
See you, Wexel.
Okay, you guys going get in your ships?
Daxus, who's taking the prisoner?
You.
And the crystal? No.
No, I don't trust
No. No good. You got to take the prisoner.
Give me Zir.
Zim?
I mean Zim. Yeah. Give me Zim.
I'm glad you remember our friend's name. Sure.
Shots
Zim.
fired. Shots fired, man.
Well, he's still distraught about you leaving him, so
Right. Yes.
Shouldn't Zim stay? Wait, are we taking Bellamont and Zim?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys get in your ships, and you fly. You guys head back. No incidents. You arrive probably with about 3 hours to spare. You arrive down on the platform, and immediately they start procuring methods to get the astral crystal out of that ship and into the capital ships. And you see they have these long tubes are hooking up, and they're going down to. Remember, there are 3 gnomish capital ships. You brought back enough for 2, which was ahead of the game because you're only prepared for 1. So you brought 2. They're ecstatic, and Lord Bertram is he's immediately talking to get more personnel on the other ship because they get 2 up. So they spend the next hour and a half powering up those ships, and you see the ships just hovering slowly over the next I'll say the next hour. You see the 2 ships are already coming up, and people are just working on the ships, and it's going online. You guys have free reign of the Salvation Station. You can do whatever you'd like.
I
Roleplay.
suppose we should deliver the prisoner to Bertram?
Yeah. Where's Bertram?
You find him walking amongst everything else. He goes, oh. You could take the ropes and stuff off him.
What? Why?
Because he's not a prisoner here. He's going to help us.
Bellamon?
Yes.
How is he going to help you?
I don't know.
Doesn't seem very helpful.
Just take the stuff off him. Don't worry about that. Just take him off.
I'll let him
Okay.
I don't like it here. Where are we? Yeah, bring me to Andaria.
I walk the opposite direction. I just walk away.
Because you're not going to Andaria. You're going to be here. You're going to help out. What am I going to do? We'll find something for you. Apparently, you're going to play a part in all this. Come on. No.
Yep.
He goes, you're coming, or you're going to be in the jail the entire time. You choose. Fine. Like it. He walks up. Okay. They walk off into one of the rooms.
I want to go and find the book of where all the rest of the spots where the other astral crystal was, and go and sit down with Travis and go, do you think we should start looking elsewhere?
I mean,
Going through the book and looking at where it is and going, this could be a good opportunity for us. We could potentially, if there are other ships out there, they might be mining it. We can do what we did with this one. Go capture them, bring it back.
I'm sure they're going to need more.
Jacques looks at you and says, you are looking at books. We are getting ready for a war that could possibly annihilate the whole planet, and you are looking at the books for other places of financial crystal. Maybe you should focus on, I don't know, a way you're going to defend your life.
I want to go down to the temple.
Okay, go down the steps.
Down the steps.
Okay, anyone else?
Yeah, I'll go to the temple.
Okay. I mean, okay. I mean, anyone else do anything else? But yeah, so you go to the temple. Charles, anything you want to do?
I'm helping with the ships.
Help with the ships. Odie.
I'm gonna go see if there's anyone in the medical area that needs help.
Okay. People are getting ready for things. There's probably some ways you can help out. There's nobody that needs help yet, but you imagine that they're gonna need help. And if you guys do want to place yourself in the battle coming for those kind of things, I'll give boosts and have dice rolling on where you're saving people in that way, for example. You two head down to the temple. You see Altari. Altari is meditating.
Altari.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I have a question. Is there any way that from this temple we can get in touch with the ancients?
Yes. The Red Knight is still around, as well as the Archmage.
Can you show me where to go?
Do you wish to speak to him directly?
I do.
Sit down.
Thank you.
Do you wish to as well?
Would you like this to be a solo act, or
You're welcome to come along
fine?
if you'd like.
Try to
Thank
talk
you,
louder or
Cubers.
put the microphone closer to you. Okay, so you can sit down, begin to meditate. He goes, I'm going to connect you now.
Can I ground? Does it matter if I ground into the temple?
We'll say you
Does
say
that make a
that. We'll say you say that in
Yes.
game. He says, you will not need to. I'm going to channel him now.
Okay, thank you.
He goes, he opens his eyes, and you see the Red Knight is sitting there. Abyssia.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for coming.
What can I do for you?
We need to activate the stronghold.
Stronghold of Zir.
Yes. It's the only way to save salvation. It's the only way that we'll have the upper hand in this war. Do you know of the war that's about to happen?
Yes. The Stronghold of Zir is very powerful. It could be very dangerous if it was held by the wrong people.
That's why I've come to you. I've been told that whoever's tried to enter there doesn't survive. We've spoken to Wexel. The technology there apparently is so ancient, no one knows how to bring it out of its dormancy, to be activated, to be used as what it is, a stronghold.
Stronghold has much weaponry on it. It requires a sort of key to activate.
What key?
It is a key of crystal that I have on me, actually.
May I have it?
You would have to convince me to give it to you.
I would love to. To try anyway.
So convince me.
So, okay, out of game.
I am completely unprepared for
Wait.
this.
Wait.
Let me check my notes.
So I'm a good person.
Alignment. Good.
Wait,
I like to have fun.
out of game, am I as he's seeing me as Abyssia?
Well, you don't know how he sees you. He
Well,
called you
he's
Abyssia.
called
He
me
knows you're Abyssia.
He knows I'm Abyssia. Okay.
Yeah.
So at this point, would I be able to use a fate point
Interesting.
and take?
It's already starting. Can you use the flexibility point to get something I want?
Use a fate
Seems
point
like a good idea.
and sing a song of charm.
Jeez.
I have my charisma's like 87.
Nice.
So
So you look at him, and in that thought, he says, he goes, are you planning to charm me into giving it to you?
I would hope that you would know what my intentions are. But if
I am not a
must-
commoner in a tavern you might find down in Andaria. I am the Red Knight. I have been alive longer than you can imagine.
And
You are
I'm
not going-
Amicia Blackwater, the Red Angel, who
Yes.
you have deemed me so.
And you're still brand new in my book.
Well, you're
This
the one
book
that I
has
know to come
creases.
to. You're the
Your
one
book still smells like new book smell.
still cracks when you open it.
Yes.
I look to you as not only as an ancient, but as a mentor,
As a mentor.
as strength.
Right. You just tried to compare yourself to me exactly, and then you're the next breath you call me
No.
your mentor.
No. I look to you as for guidance.
Yes. Remember that time I
the
told you
crystal, yes.
how you would do it and you moved the queen to the other side of the board?
Yes.
That's what I remember most about you. And I used that tactic to win. Did you realize that? I took what you did and I made it a metaphor. And I allowed it to happen.
I love metaphors. Thank you.
Good. That's what metas are for.
Metas are
Oh.
for that. Yes. Thank you.
I won
Well-
myself a fate point for that joke.
I consider you a friend as well.
Did I say I
And
consider you a
friends-
friend?
No, but I consider you a friend. You've given me strength. You've given all of Andaria strength. And I come to you again.
Ayana
How
puts,
can I get the
Ayana
key?
puts her arm around him.
Yeah. Come on, old pal.
Little chum.
Oh, buddy,
If
old
you
pal.
convince me there's a true chance to bring back Zir, I will travel with you. But if I travel with you, I will not be an ancient. I will be the hero I was. I will be the same man I was. But I will be too far from my crystal to have my power. So you must convince me that your quest will bear fruit.
Oh, we'll bear fruit. We will bear fruit.
Today there's a coming battle.
Yes.
Start by winning it. Otherwise, what else is there? First, you must protect your home. You are an avatar of Andaria. Your home is being attacked. This is your second mission, I believe, yes?
Yes.
You see, when you're an ancient, when you play with the power that you are now having access to, you will have to sometimes make sacrifices and sometimes do things that you don't wish to do. As I have. I have made sacrifices, I have taken chances, and sometimes I have trusted. Like me, you must learn which of those to do. At the right time, of course.
Well, like you said, I am still learning.
Indeed. If you are ready, you will come to me. And if I agree, I will travel with you, and we together will go to the fortress of Zir. To die or to live.
Thank you. And we could bring back Zir.
You want to bring back the world of Zir. Is that what you're saying? Or the fortress?
Is that what you would like?
Sounds like we are now talking about a completely different topic.
Okay. Never mind. Never you mind. The
Zir-
fortress. The fortress.
Zir is a much different topic.
Why?
It is more complex.
Why? Why?
Why?
You are full of questions. Come back when you have
I
more
am.
answers. You wish to understand everything, but you should look at what's in front of you. Save your world first.
Why didn't you save yours?
I could not. Don't you think that I, the commander of the fortress of Zir, would have saved Zir if I could?
Yes.
An immortal came through with the power of a star. What was I to do? By the way, I wasn't an ancient then. What should I have done?
I guess you did what you could have.
Yes, by paying attention to the present day. Be in the moment. Your head is literally in other planets. You should be here on Salvation.
Thank you. I will take that with me, and I will see you soon.
I will see you soon. I hope you got the answers you were looking for.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much. Everyone. Thank you.
So you experienced all that, but you were just...
That was a wild adventure.
Mm.
I feel
Okay.
like I was like looking through the window. You know, crazy.
Peeping Tom. Peeping cute.
Feels like I'm not getting
Do
involved.
I have to
That's
walk up
gotta-
these stairs again? I guess I do.
That went a lot better
Let's
than
go.
the first time she met him.
Yes.
Yeah, the meetings with him don't go well. It's been Dan a few times. Okay, so anybody, this is free play right now. Anybody you want to take any actions? We're gonna put you down to like 1 hour left before the Kaironite invasion begins.
I'm gonna find Lord Bertram.
Okay, you find him.
Where?
He's instructing you. You're gonna go there, and you go there. Oh, hey.
Meanwhile,
at the halls of justice.
So we brought back the astral crystal.
Yes, we're using it. I know.
How can we support the war now?
It's up to you to decide. You could be in a ship. If you have your mystical powers, as I'm told, then perhaps you use that. What can you do?
I can fly. I'm pilot.
Okay, then pilot a ship. I thought you would have some more mystical powers than that.
Nope.
So
On
your
my ship.
your mystical powers are get in a ship and fly it.
That's right. Better than anybody.
Great.
Great.
Well, that is what you should do.
All right. I'll go to my ship.
What sort of experience do you have? What can you fly?
Experience.
We don't have a pilot for the capital ships.
I have my ship, the Ace Deuce.
Ah.
Surely you've heard of it.
I have not. But I have seen your ship. I've heard from Jacques it is a piece of trash.
Jacques. I'll see you in the sky.
I believe his words were, it's more deuce than ace.
Oh.
Jacques took off every modification that was made from that ship the last time I saw him.
He said the modifications didn't make any sense.
Listen. Listen.
Listening. I only have limited time.
I'm trying to offer my support to this war.
Right. Fly. Do it. Help us. I offered you.
What is wrong with everybody?
We're an hour before being annihilated as a species. And you want me to be relaxed with you?
All you can say is all you can do is give me an order.
You asked for orders.
And you're mocking me.
I'm telling you what Jacques said about your ship.
Okay. You go back to Jacques and talk about my ship. I'm going to go to my ship.
I just gave you the
fly up in
offer to
sky.
drive the capital ship, and you
Why
turned
am
it
I
down
still
to
talking
drive
to
your
you?
ship, which is literally described to me as being trash in space.
I want to fly my ship.
Right. So you can't figure out why I'm a little upset.
No.
You're the warrior of light, this mystical being sent here to save us, and I say we don't have a pilot for the capital ship, our last big hope. And you're saying, no,
you did
I'm
not
going
say
to...
that.
That's what I inferred.
I don't know what's wrong with it.
Go, fly your ship for victory.
On my ship. My God, everyone's got a huge problem in this place. Go back. We bring them astral crystal. He leaves us, doesn't give us any orders, and I go back to him and tell him I'm gonna fly a ship into battle, and he's got a big problem with me. Go back to my ship.
He's kicking rocks.
I don't understand. I don't know what's gotten into everybody.
They're on crazy pills.
Anybody else want to do anything?
Yes.
Travis, you and I need to go. We need to go find out what we need to do. I mean, I can fly one of the fighters quite well. I mean, what do you think you could do?
Well, I was thinking I could either be useful defending Salvation here on the ground, or perhaps up in one of the ships, whether flying or, doing like security kind of work.
Do you reckon you could use the mining ship? Do you reckon it's strong enough to? Because it had some pretty good guns on it. Maybe we could use that.
I almost don't want to risk the mining ship.
That's a valuable vessel for.
We can use that for future
its
runs.
Purpose, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then maybe
I mean,
maybe we should go and see if they've got any other fighters. I mean, hopefully
well,
we
there's
can
the
find one with a
fighters.
shield.
The fighters attached to the card shark.
Oh, we'll hit better ones than that.
Yeah.
Let's go get ourselves ready.
We could go. Maybe we can get on one of the capital ships. I'm sure they got fighters and stuff.
Sounds like a plan.
You know.
Yeah, I don't know what to do here. What should I do?
Let's go. Let's
Okay.
go. Let's go find one of the commanders.
What are you doing during the battle?
Can I?
Any ideas?
I actually was going to ask if I was able to, since I am Andaria's avatar and we're technically on her heart, if I was able to like ground and have my crystals either connect to her heart crystal, or some kind of
You're trying to turn into a Wexel?
turn into Wexel? No.
No, I mean, you're trying to what Wexel's doing. He's tapping into the crystal.
Well, seeing as this is like, correct me if I'm wrong, this is like one of the first times that an avatar of Andaria has been on salvation with the ability to, like, I have the amethyst crystals on me, and Andaria's crystal is here.
Right.
So I'm just wondering if I try to ground, and I'm just thinking of how to most protect her from here. I don't know what use I would really be.
Okay. So you attempt to ground, and when you do so, you focus on Andaria, and you see her in a form. Now, as this is your other character, you can share any information with your own character that you want. If you want me to play your character of Andaria, I can. I can do my best impression of her.
Hi. What kind of impression are you gonna do? I'm done.
Whatever I feel is appropriate. Do you want me to play Andaria for you?
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't know exactly.
Okay. Well, you've already done it, so you're already there. Just
Okay,
that you
okay,
choose if you
we're
want me
there.
to speak to her or
Okay.
you want to have a conversation with yourself.
So
You could- if
she-
just by the way, it's what I do every day here.
Right. Yes.
So you could have a conversation with yourself too. I'd watch that.
Yeah. I mean,
That's hot.
if you
I'd
wanted
watch that.
to-
I do that.
If you wanted,
all
if you
the
were
time.
so
I
inclined.
want to throw up. I don't know why.
What?
She's nauseous.
Yeah. Extremely. Okay.
I was actually I almost was gonna have a lot of fun doing that, but I think I would have a lot more fun just watching you role play as both.
I don't know what I'm allowed to say
Yeah.
as Andaria.
Does everybody else agree with that?
Yeah.
Absolutely anything.
Say whatever, and then if he's got
But
a
you gotta
problem,
turn,
with it, he'll
turn your
tell
head
you.
for
Okay.
each voice so you
Okay.
know who's talking.
Like-
If it's
Okay.
I'll jump in with fact that you don't know.
Right, like he'll curb you if you
Okay.
need, you know,
He'll curb my
Right.
enthusiasm.
I was
Okay.
gonna say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He'll curb your enthusiasm.
Okay.
if necessary.
Yeah, any facts? Just say it, and I'll help you if it's a change, or just ask me first if you really. But I would say try to keep in character, and I'll just keep throwing the notes in if you need it.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
It's your first time doing this, right?
Sure is.
Okay.
Outside of Audio Dungeon, yeah.
Right. Not just at home by yourself.
By myself. Going above myself.
now with an audience.
Should I make a sandwich? Yeah, I'm gonna make a sandwich.
Yeah.
What kind of sandwich will you make?
Well, I don't know.
Thanks, other me.
I wanted tuna fish, but now I want bologna.
I don't
I'm
even
so
know what
glad
I
I
want.
thought of that.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, me.
Andaria. I am looking for how I can strengthen your defense in this upcoming battle. As I stand here on your heart, I feel as though I am within your heart, and I want to strengthen any abilities that we can have in protecting what's left of it, and you. I give you... Wait, I can talk as Bissia, right? like Abyssia's voice because that's
Sure, but I do agree changing your voice to some degree would help.
Yeah.
okay.
So we know what's going on. Not so easy, is it?
No.
Wait till you run out of voices. And you're forced to keep talking. This is Diana?
No, and Daria.
Oh, Dyer, sorry.
Well, say. I will sacrifice some of my power and give it to the Knights of Andar, the Knights of Andaria, the Warriors of Light. I give you 5% each. I don't know if I'm able to do that out of game. What am I like?
5% each is gigantic.
Yeah.
It's gigantic. You just gave away the whole farm.
No, I didn't.
5% each?
No.
5,
No,
10, 50, 20?
A percentage
Oh, damn
each.
it.
A percentage each. I'm thinking it's only 5 of us.
5%.
I'm sorry.
total she wants to
5%.
give away.
So just ignore the
There's,
each part.
there's 5 of us, right?
Right.
The 5.
So
Okay.
one-
You know you said each before though, right?
Yes,
One
I meant to
1%
each.
each.
A percent to each of you, so it would be 5% of my power. Not 5% each. Okay. Who's in the party though? It's
It's 5 of you.
Right,
Well, I
okay,
mean,
right.
it's more of you. It's actually 8 of you, or if you're looking at the NPCs, this could be like 9 or 10 of you. Who you consider? Are you just doing it to the Warriors of Light? Are you doing it to the entire party, including FPCs? Are you doing it to Jacques and Christor? Do you consider them part of the party? I do.
I consider Jacques. Christor, no. Jacques, Del, Val,
Gilder.
Gilder. So,
Okay, so you're asking Andaria to empower everybody.
mhm.
And how do you see? What does Andaria do? What's the power?
Like how she empowered everyone before we went into Dragano's ego, like when we went to the ego realm. But it would be slightly less because at that point they each had. There were less that she was able to give power to. She only really gave power to 3 of them
Okay.
at that point.
So I'll let you.
I don't know what.
I'll give you the ability to have time. So next week for that, you'll be able to
Okay.
decide how that power is. Okay, but when we
Okay.
begin, you must know. If you don't know, I'm going to make it the simplest version of that possible.
Okay. Wait, quick question though. Do I do it for each person individualized,
You
or
can
is it
if you want
just...
to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can. Just let me know what it is so I can approve it.
Right.
Because
okay.
if I don't approve it, you're just willy-nilly giving everybody 5% each.
No, I'm not giving them 5% each.
Okay.
But now, but I.
Oh, 5%. Oh,
I've been.
oh boy, 5%.
Can I have 6?
Oh, yeah.
I want more than
It would be 5%.
Yeah.
Okay.
I only have 4%.
5%.
So I-
oh, you boy.
I would look to give.
6.
I would look to give. Wait, can I look to give 1% each to the seekers,
Okay.
and then I would look to give enhancements and.
Yeah, we don't have to be this particular. But
All right,
we're so
all right,
lost in the percentage right now. You
Okay,
can say,
sorry.
please empower my friends.
Please
at the
empower
end.
my friends. Please make us super Please
Super
make
great.
us.
Super
yeah.
awesome.
Please empower us.
Okay, so you can think about that for the week,
Okay. Cool.
and then we come back. Eventually, the battle's getting closer. Your guys are about 30 minutes away. They know when they're arriving because they're able to detect them coming in. Everyone is basically brought together, and I'm just being a little bit annoying here. Okay, so Lord Bertram makes a speech, and basically everyone's out. In a little while, we go to battle. This is a battle we can't afford to lose. I know a bit about situations like this from my father, Lord Caddick. Lord Caddick Hartford. And like him, and his father before him, they had moments where they had to face a great evil. And I believe today is one of those moments for us, our generation. K9 is going to come through the Stellar. And they are bringing the largest army that we've ever seen. They've united their houses. I believe that we can stand up. You know that we have the Warriors of Light with us. They've been here for ages. And in that time they were here, they helped and they saw it done. And they are amongst you now. They are piloting ships. Fast ships. Capital ships. Crappy ships. All sorts of things that will help us get to the end of this war.
Bertram's
So
my
joke
favorite.
to lighten the
He's my
mood.
favorite
And
now.
I helped.
This is why we are here. We must defend salvation. Know that if salvation is lost, we lose our home. And then it's up to the dragons. And the dragons have all the power back. They will say how everything goes. But right now, we are here. And we have that say. If you have any ideas, bring them to me. There are precious minutes left. If not, find a way you could be useful. Find a way that you could help. 2 of the capital ships are up in the air. They will rise to the Stellar. And they will unleash fury upon this fleet that comes in. Whether we win or we lose, we go down fighting. There is no retreat. There is nowhere to retreat to. I wish you all luck. May Andaria be with you. May Andar bless you. And I will see you at the finish. He walks off and people start clapping, saying hooray and such. Now choose where you're going to be during this war. I'm going to write it down. The next episode will be your battle.
Cool.
I don't know.
Whoever wants to decide where you're going to
Does anyone
be.
know?
You're actually going to be rooting yourself into salvation. I would imagine you would go back to the temple.
Yes.
This would be your 3rd time walking those stairs, or 5th time walking those stairs today. Which you raise your cardio up by 1. No,
Nice.
Yes.
You could do it like 6 steps at a time, though, with her
Yeah.
big
that's true.
tree
That's
legs.
why it's no big
No,
deal
I
for
just
her.
Right.
I go like head down and then I fall.
She just rolls
I'm
down.
going like
idea
this.
Like
what
a
to do.
slinky?
Yeah. Head over.
I think that's
Yeah, because I'm not a pilot.
okay.
I'm just like an archer. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not really sure.
I think that's,
Do,
Part of
do
the-
we,
that's the
do we
game right
know-
now. That's the game right now. Figure it out.
Do we know how many ships are coming in?
You don't have an accurate number of ships, but you do know that they have a few capital ships, a lot of small range craft inside, and they have, I believe, a few frigates.
What?
I would like
They're like
to
the medium
suggest. I would
Corvette
like
vessels.
to suggest that we focus all of our attacks on like one of the capital ships, and then try to board the other one. That would give the people who don't have any of the piloting skills.
Are you saying this Are you saying this amongst your friends, or are you trying to make like a speech to Lord Bertram, or which?
No, I
just
was,
so know what's in your head?
going to talk to Lord Bertram about
Okay,
it.
so say you pull him aside. He pulls you guys in closer to talk. He's like, if you have any ideas, this is the time. If you want to take one of the ships, that would be incredible. If we could take one of the capital ships, that would change everything. In fact, why don't you do that? That sounds like something that you should be doing. We get you aboard.
It's not a bad idea.
Do-
Get
if
close enough.
I can try to find a pilot that's good enough to get you guys aboard a capital ship.
I can do that.
If I could connect with one of the ship's crystals, I could probably cause some havoc.
If I can get close enough, I can teleport in.
Only we knew like a really good pilot.
Yeah, I
don't
know.
money.
Like,
I mean, I'm good,
I
but
know.
I'm not really like
What about you,
Capital ship-
Thaxis?
good. I'm like
You could do it.
I'm good on like cargo ships.
Okay,
Getting too old for
Do you
this.
want to?
sure.
Oh, well, thanks for gracing us with your presence, Your Highness.
You honor me.
He got such a chip.
Lord.
This guy's got such a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah,
You give him a compliment, and
he's very difficult. That's all I can say. Difficult is the word.
yes, difficult is definitely the word.
He's difficult.
It's one of two words.
Yes. He's no fun.
So
The
the
other's
question is,
extremely.
do we want one of
No
us
fun.
to be a pilot of one of the capital ships, or do we want to have it that we try and take one?
I would
mean-
say this: if you believe you can get on a capital ship, if that could be done, and all jokes aside, if you believe you can pilot them safely onto the ship, if you can get them there,
It's a gutsy
then
plan. But
I would
possible.
say you try to take over the ship. If that is impossible, you dismantle or disable the ship. That would turn one single ship, a capital ship, out of battle, would turn the tide in our favor.
How do we get onto the ship?
Small craft, maybe, perhaps?
Well, we have
would-
the mining ship.
It
Under
would
the
have
ra-
to be a
under the
smaller
radar?
craft, I would imagine.
What about the mining ship? They might not know that it's been captured.
Oh.
That is one of
25
their
experience
ships.
points, Odie.
That is one of their ships. Very
We're
nice.
returning with some astral crystal. Looks valuable.
Right, but there won't be any on there.
We've used all. We could take some out.
Do they know? Do they know? Can they
Well,
read if there's astral crystal
Can
aboard?
they sense that?
Can they? Do they have? Can we fake it?
I don't know, but
Fill
we
it with
could
something
we could
else?
take a small portion out.
No,
We
I
could,
don't think we need to.
normal
I mean,
crystals.
I don't think we need to do that. right?
no, just have it the mining ship coming back. Like, if we can get out and then come in on the angle, so that it looks like
Approach from
we're
a weird
going-
way.
that we're like we're part of their fleet, and then we can try to dock with it. That might be the sneaky way of doing it.
Maybe we fill it with something that explodes.
Or that we can do.
red crystal dust, maybe.
Then we're sacrificing.
We can get
that
some gnomish fire in there.
vessel, but
But then what do we do? We're there and an
It's-
explosive.
well, we have to
It's
get.
only if we need to. It's one of those things that
Hmm.
we have it ready. If we can't disable or take over the ship, we can always blow it up.
I have someone who's an
How-
expert on gnomish fire.
Val,
just
don't
arrived.
you have those tanks in the space?
Yes, but they're not full of anything.
Exactly.
they can be.
Fill them up. That way, we're not blowing up a ship. We're blowing them up.
We could definitely fill them up and make them. But I mean, I can't pull them out of the space.
Oh,
So I mean,
I think
Oh,
your
well,
idea of taking their ship, it's their ship, they'll take it. In all the
Right.
frenzy, you guys could sneak on. We load the ship with something flammable like the gnomish fire, and that can be your just in case.
Right.
You can also blow that ship up and get off on something else,
Right,
or don't ignite it at all.
I like it.
Yep, that's a good idea.
But if they don't buy it and they take us down while we're out in space,
They won't.
Well,
we don't know
Why
that.
would they? The thing is, why would they? They'd
An
have no
old ship
reason-
returns right before a giant battle starts. Suspicious.
Not.
It's
you
going
gotta
to not
remember,
be before though. It's going to be
We
during.
should make it during the battle.
during the battle.
It's not
Yeah,
going to
during
be
the battle.
before.
There'll be so many ships in and out.
Oh, fair
The
enough.
fighters won't fire upon you. They dare not fire upon another ship that's astral crystal.
Fair
They'll
enough.
think that they're rooting their chances.
Right.
That's great. Good
I
idea.
think
Smart.
it's a
And
good shot.
it's also a
I
real
agree.
ship that's been lost.
Yeah,
so
right.
it's a
Yeah,
good plan.
Good plan.
There's no reason
right.
why it wouldn't have just turned up. I mean, it was lost. It's repaired. They wouldn't care about it. It could have been in the middle of the fleet anyway.
Who do you want in your boarding party?
I'll go.
I'll
I
go.
definitely feel like I should.
I
be
make
there.
wonderful boarding party. I do.
I know
You
Zim.
want, he points to Jacques. You want Jacques with you?
Sure.
He says, yeah, I'll do it.
And I definitely
else?
feel like we should bring Zim with us as well.
Oh, Zim's got no choice. He's coming.
I assumed
Yeah.
all the warriors are the same. Are you
Yeah, Zim.
you as well? You're going in?
I am not. Wow. Wait, out of game. Aren't I rooting in the temple? Is that where I'm going to be?
I assumed you weren't doing it yet. Like you were doing
It's your
it. So
choice.
that's true. Yeah.
Right.
I would imagine you came back up and kind of talked to everybody.
Oh,
You kind of
so that's-
tested it out, and then like
say like
an hour
yeah,
before.
maybe when Bertram was giving his speech, you came up to like listen to people, maybe or
Yes.
I don't know.
Okay.
You made your connection to see if you can do it. You can. You're waiting to hear back from like when a dart's going to happen. You're going to reroute later. You
Oh.
come back up. You have this conversation.
Okay.
He's asking you.
So now you have
What do you
the
wanna do?
option to do what you want.
You can trust in that Andari's going to do something, or you can try to maintain here, and you could try to be the activator of that, or you can just ask Andari to grant you a blessing and be on the way. It's up to you.
I would like to be with my crew. I'll be aboard the ship.
So be it. Is there anyone else you wish? If you need anyone else from in my service, you may take them, of course.
Do
Do
need
we
any
have
other
anyone that can drive a
specialists?
capital ship?
I have some gnomish pilots.
I mean, in all honesty, between Travis, myself, and Jacques, and Thaxis here, I'm sure we better figure it out. I mean,
Yeah.
Maybe
Any of you have the
But-
Yeah,
experience?
you're going to take him with you as
we should
well.
probably take. Yeah.
You
somebody
see
else.
Bellman come over.
Oh,
What?
man.
He goes, I know that you're good with demolitions. No much fire.
Really?
Yeah, why? He goes, well, we might be putting no much fire into this Kaironite ship we have in here. You're going to make sure it goes off if they need to go off.
Really?
Fine.
to get Balamon on our side, guys, I'm going to say this quietly to the side away from Balamon. We could always suggest to Balamon that
He's right there, just takes everybody move over.
Yeah, it's like I'm going to grab Travis and pull him aside then. So outside of Balamon's hearing. Travis, what we could do is we could tempt Balamon with he could become the commander of that stolen capital ship if we get it. He'll be definitely on our side then. You think about it, if you say to him, hey, if we win and we take over the ship, you could become the commander of a brand new capital ship. How do you think he will feel?
Well,
It's Balamon.
probably. Yeah, he's probably he'll
He'll
probably
want us to
enjoy that because
succeed.
he's so greedy and
Exactly.
want
He
more
probably
than the
heard you
ship.
guys say this. Yes,
Crazy.
If you guys are done sidebarring in this very important meeting,
yes.
Bellaman's been known to flip flop.
Bellman's not going to flip flop. Are you going to flip flop? Yes. Are you going to flip flop? No. See, he didn't flip flop, except for right now when I asked him.
He's going to be on the ship with us, so if it goes boom, he's going to go boom right along with it.
That's it. So Bellman, you're going in there. You make sure whatever they say, they're in charge. You are not in charge. Make sure it goes right. If they want to do that explosion, you make sure it goes off. You figure out the right amount, and you make it happen in the way they need to happen. That's it. You got Jacques. You got Bellaman. You have your crew here.
All right, it's a gutsy plan. We'll see it done.
I like it.
Okay. You have about 15 minutes. He looks at the watch.
Why am I looking at my watch?
Sorry.
It's the rainbow watch.
Come on, good luck.
It's a rainbow watch. Runs on crystals.
There's a crystal watch, yeah.
It's drawn on a crayon.
Yes. It's Portnoy's watch.
We
He's
have-
like, damn it.
Hey, we got
They're going to
clock.
arrive about 15 minutes. Get to that ship right now. Get up in the stellar. Stay hidden. The second they start releasing their ships, make your way for one of the capital ships. Good luck to you.
Sounds like a plan. Together again.
And that is where we end the episode, guys. That was it. Season 2, Episode 9. That was the Immortal Wexel.
It was a good setup episode.
Yeah.
What's going to happen next time? We're going to find out in a little while, guys. We're going to the after show. We'll be back in 3 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Good evening and welcome to Celestial Engine. This is the engine room, and as always, it's feeling a little hot in the engine room.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Hot
in the engine room.
I'm gonna put the question is to both of you guys. This episode was called the Immortal Wexel. Welcome, Richard, and welcome, Oni.
I have no idea why it was called that.
Really?
No clue.
For real?
Absolutely. Just kidding. Come on, man.
I don't know what's happening here.
I think it was because like
maybe because Wexel was like
he's like a chronomancer guy.
he doesn't
and
like
he,
age, maybe like
yeah.
he like lives like
right,
not in
He's
time like we know. Maybe
seen all the things,
Yeah.
and done all the things, and there was many copies of him, and
That's absolutely all part of it. There's another reason, which is kind of like on the nose reason, which I bet the fans are gonna know.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Found
an
himself
immortal
in
now.
Crystal. Yeah,
Hold on.
Yes.
Say again.
He's an immortal now.
right, he's literally
Right, he's literally immortal
Yeah,
because
immortal.
the other episodes was that it was called the Immortal Dragano, you know,
Right.
and he's taken
Right.
kind of like his not his space or his spot, but like
in a way,
yeah.
right.
His
right.
essence.
So the immortal Wexel, and he's become
Cool.
also like an immortal, like an ancient.
he's reached the next level.
Yeah, and now he has his own society there. So how did you like this episode? This episode kind of wraps up that storyline that kind of just
Yeah.
finished out.
Right.
What did you think about this episode? Because I know in the beginning it was a huge heel turn for you guys.
Peak setup episode.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Setup,
Right, it was good.
Like next week's gonna be epic as hell. Like,
Right, great setup
Yeah.
for the next one, and like you said, it kind of sort of wrapped up the first, part of this season and that story. And even though it was a little, at times, like, it might have been a little confusing as far as like the time and going back and all that.
Yeah.
But like it worked itself out.
Yeah.
I got it. Like once we got through it, it
Yeah.
was like,
And
okay, all right, I see where we are. And
The story is a lot to follow, and it's sometimes, and it's also done that kind of purposefully. I want you to understand it, but I also want you to be able to constantly acknowledge that this is hard for a human to like navigate, because you're working with powers and beings and situations that are above us right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Like the spirituality concept is a lot to kind of figure out, and we have to like unlearn our brains to understand it. And so your characters this quest are dealing with that constantly, trying to play another level. So when you feel like that plot line is over now, you're going to feel like, we've gotten back down to like the level of like, okay, these are humanity problems, these are mortal problems.
Right.
And going forward, you're mystical beings now that have kind of unlocked your potential going forward. You've passed that test, and you've gone through your crucible. Now you must take any kind of sort of essence or mystical information you have, or your awareness of yourself, and now drive that forward.
Mm.
So it's about what happens after today. How do you think?
You took a player off the board in a way?
Say again.
You took a player. You took Kanos in a feat. He took him off the board of what his
Yes.
he's
Right.
completely stuffed up his whole plan and everything he was working towards. We just took him off the board for the moment.
Yes.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
That
so-
was basically the big success of what we did
yes.
prior.
And because of Altara, you guys didn't empower Bardot.
Oh, really? I thought that still happened.
Thankfully.
No, because you didn't use the watch.
Oh, so that was the trap using the watch.
Using it, not so much a trap. It's just like empower him,
Okay.
and not that he's so much against you. He just wants more power.
Yeah.
And that's what you're.
But
That's what we're assuming.
in all actuality, like when we ended up where we ended up, I was kind of like, okay, that's where he is now. You know what I mean? Like if we had to stay there, I was kind of like not mad at his position in a way. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
what else was he do? Everyone got wiped out. He seized an opportunity. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
Right.
So
he didn't cause that event. I don't know.
So what do you? So now let's answer these few questions. Now that you guys know about the convergence, you actually know how it went down, instead of in the past where it was just kind of like these gods fought and they somehow pulled the souls to us and like blah blah blah. Now you actually seen how it happened. Does it change your perspective on things to actually have seen it? Was it nice to have like a visual to it, or was it better to almost
Yeah.
like imagine the gods just battling it out in this
No.
this interesting
So-
way?
I liked it better.
Yeah, no, it was cool.
You're coming into the quest. You haven't heard the
yeah, it's
convergence
cool
before.
to get like a more,
That's what I'm trying to
sort of a
figure out.
better
Like what
picture of-
exactly was it 2 timelines or something? Like what was there anything converged? Like what was
So
why
the,
did they call that?
the souls from one planet was destroyed. Like Kairi and I was basically ripped apart,
Yeah.
and all the souls were like stolen through this portal and brought into Andaria by Dragano, who was this very powerful being, this immortal, right? So he was literally trying to take all the souls and just empower himself, because that's how they can power themselves out.
Yeah.
So it was called a convergence because the soul power just like hit the planet, and it gave all of the crystals their mystical
that's
power.
where it came from. Gotcha.
Right.
Cool.
So you guys were dealing with the remnants of that being cut off and what was trapped inside.
Now, going back to like where we are now, was when we were brought back to where we started a couple of like weeks ago. Is that actually our timeline? Like, or were we brought to like an alternate one where we didn't like none of that happened? You know what I mean? But we are aware of those memories.
Oh, for all intents and purposes, you're in the timeline you're supposed to be in.
Okay. Well, that makes sense because wherever we are, we're supposed to be.
Right.
Don't forget.
Yeah.
It's probably the best way to answer that. I feel like with that kind of answers, you can get wrapped up
Yeah. 100%.
pretty quickly. Yeah, but you are where you're supposed to be. Yeah, so now all the souls that were in the mountain are part of Astra. They're actually walking around, and they're actually living a physical existence.
That's so cool.
So that's cool for them. How'd you guys like the changeover between what Dragano's temple was and now it being Astra?
Pretty cool.
Yeah. That was cool.
Curious.
It gives
Curious?
you hope for other
Yeah.
players.
True.
Curious what?
I don't know.
They're trying to add evil intent onto a nice situation?
No, it's a beautiful situation. I'd like to meet Astra one day.
His mom?
His mom. Yeah.
You want to meet Wexel's mom?
Wexel's mom.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah, I think it's
Bit
beautiful.
scary thought.
Yeah, it's just never. I just don't ever feel relaxed or rested or nothing.
Mhm.
I feel like there's a little piece.
She was probably a nice woman.
It's really nice.
She had a little zany side to her, probably.
Yeah,
Maybe he made another one. You know, he's do whatever he wants.
another mom. Yeah, true.
Oh,
I
man.
like this mom.
Okay. What do you guys think of Wexel now? Is there a difference in Wexel,
Yeah.
besides the fact that he's more
Yeah.
powerful?
He seems less confused. That's great.
Yeah.
Yes, he's more confident. He's definitely more confident.
He's
I want to go on that Wexel quest.
Yes,
He's more confident.
that's possible. It's,
I want
Yeah.
to do that.
There's
Yeah.
absolutely opportunity for that.
I like that moment me and Wexel had.
Yes, yeah.
It definitely feels like very Peter Pan-ish. Like Wexel feels like.
Yeah,
Peter
like the
Pan.
boy who never grew up. Yeah,
I
for
like-
sure.
I like that.
For
And
sure.
It's almost
He was
like-
floating through his life, like just trying to. He was always being used by people, and because it's kind of like the guy, like, oh, you're good at magic. Why don't you try this? And he was just trying stuff. He obviously damaged the crystal. We found out later, the Ember's crystal. But he was always kind of floating, and people were taking advantage of him. People were just kind of like strong armed. We'll do this for me. Could you do that? And that's how he was getting by. And that happened all the way from Bludgy to Olin to Raven to Hadheld, and then finally the Chronomancers got hold of him, and they said, like, okay, listen, we're going to give you purpose to what you're doing. And they did utilize him, but not so much, but use him.
That's cool.
Not.
And that led him
exploit
into-
I like that. That's nice.
Yeah, I let him tell their things. And all that stuff that I'm saying is not just story in the background. That's all played out.
Yeah, it's all
Like
what
we saw.
actually happened.
Yes, we saw that
Yeah.
through
Yeah,
all
we
the
did.
way from pre-season, before season 1. He's actually in there playing that quest, and then he goes on till today.
Yeah, but I mean,
Crazy.
we're not going to casually talk about the fact that he just casually dropped the fact that he had tried to kill us like a bunch of times, and he only
Yes.
stopped because it didn't work.
Yes. So this version of him was greedy. It was powerful. So remember when Tom became Chronomancer, Tom split up into multiple versions of himself, and all of them were inhabiting a specific emotion. So one was like anger, one was like curiosity, one is sorrow, whatever it was, and it's all based on how we felt Tom was and what's inside of him. We chose that. When Wexel split up, he did the same thing, and that was greed. That's why I kept saying, greed's an interesting word. I said that even before Wexel. I kept saying to you guys because that was the one that was created.
So
the other one was curiosity.
That's the other one that was that escaped and went into the.
Yes,
Oh, so
and this is the same. No,
I was
this is
worried.
him.
That's what I'm saying. I was worried.
This
I thought he was
is the
gonna be mad
same
at me.
guy.
Right, the twist is that he starts off greedy, but when he encounters you guys, he's facing you guys. He comes off, and he goes through so much stuff and sees so many timelines that he comes right back down to the middle.
I was nervous. I thought he was gonna be pissed at me. Like,
Yeah, no, he turns into a good person. So that's the kind of his story. I thought that would be a
Thank
good twist because
gods.
you think you created a villain, but
Greed defeated greed. I like that.
right.
Well,
But yeah,
came to
he did
tombs
try
with
to
his
kill
own
you.
grade. Yeah, he came to tombs with his own with his grade, and tuned into a good thing.
Uh-oh. They froze. You guys are frozen.
Yep, they're frozen.
Oh.
Can you see me now?
And
Yep,
they're back
yep.
And we're back.
now.
So that was the story of Wexel. As a story of Dragano's crystal. We saw the convergence, and basically, just about all the things about the ancients have been demystified. The only thing left would be perhaps the creation, but we also even talked about that. We know that they just kind of choose who they want to be like at the next level, like how Andar and Andari were chosen. Andar was brought up, and he chose Andaria. Dragano was not chosen, and you know that Bardo was a seeker like you guys, kind of to a point. He was constantly getting involved. He was interested in more things. Blah blah blah. I would probably everything has pretty much been demystified. Now, in front of you is basically this task,
Once again.
which is wild. So you're going to have your. By the way, it's a completely echoing Jedi.
100%.
Because you're even going in. You're even going in with a transport
totally.
ship.
I was thinking that while we were
Totally.
doing it. Like we're doing
Yep.
Jedi right now.
So
Fly casually.
So yeah, so this is gonna be back to the mystical stuff out of game. In a sense, is out of the way. The mystical stuff has been told you. Now you know these people are out there, and you understand what they're trying to do. Nothing else to understand than that. You know Kanos is out there. You know Bardo is out there, and however you feel about them, they're trying to do. You understand what they're doing. You know what you are. You know that you're just connected to all your past lives. You're one soul with many lives, and you know that you can call upon those lives if you need to.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's where the mystical stuff pretty much ends, right? You know that your life is meaning, your path is your path. You're going to choose that. This is your adventure. Now, before you are the mortal problems, and in this quest going forward is the mortal problems. Your first issue is how do you stop the Kharonite fleet from destroying Salvation? Before you talk, I'll just remind you that while I have these threads written out as I write these stories. 100% you could mess this up. You could let Salvation get destroyed, and I would do a roll. And if they were still in a strong position, 100% they will attack Andaria and make a run for it, and they'll face the dragons if they feel like they're in such a good position.
Right.
So like it can go all the way down where your timeline, you're living in Andaria, and Andaria could be ruled by Kharon.
Right.
That is
The whole
set.
plan.
The story. That story is planned and prepared.
Yeah.
It's also prepared for you that you stop them and bring them down and repel them. Any outcome is possible. And it doesn't matter which one that happens. The good guys are going to try to help you do it, and the bad guys are trying to bring you down. It doesn't matter which way the story goes. As always, just to remind you, it doesn't matter. You could fail, you could succeed. It's still going to be a great story. I'm very curious. That's the only way I have fun, because I'm curious to see what you're going to do. How's it going to go?
And what thing you didn't think of?
Yes. Oh, yeah. There's tons of things that I didn't think of that you guys think of and put it
The
through.
dice
My
will decide.
thing that I was going to say was what Bardo thought was going to happen ended up not panning out, and now he doesn't have his watch.
Interesting. Did it?
That's true. That's also true. Yeah.
I guess we have to see.
Right. We don't.
There's still something coming up for Bardo. What's that we know of? Who can remember?
Trial.
The trial.
Trial,
Very
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
The trial. There's still an
I'm
investigation
awake
to Bardo.
sometimes.
Sometimes I'm even here. Yeah. So Bardo is a trial for the Andarian Council. They want to talk to him and put him on. And then he made that interesting move about giving his watch in.
Yeah.
What do you think about that move now?
It was a confidence what it didn't work out. That's what I think. Like,
Didn't work out.
It didn't pan out.
Interesting. Didn't work out.
Yeah,
No,
but
I think
Christor has it, and he's just wandering around with it. We don't know if he's gonna use it. He could still use it.
He could still
now-
be using it.
If it gets used, Bardo,
Christor could be using it. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I was like,
and Bardo will get power if he does,
No,
right? Or no,
If someone uses it,
he gets.
it's
power,
possible.
right?
Yeah, that's the best way to say it. If someone uses it, it's possible he can get power from it.
Okay.
But depending on how it's used,
Right,
what they
so
do.
we don't really know. I mean,
Yeah.
somebody could be using it.
yeah, I mean,
Christor could
I've
be
also
using
it crossed my mind so many times this week. There's really nothing stopping us from walking up to Christor and saying,
Give me
"Thank
that.
you."
Absolutely.
Give me that.
Absolutely.
Like, I don't know why. I just kept thinking, like, why are we not taking
I had this conversation with Charles kind of last night. He said, like, yeah, well, how come they didn't do this and just do that? And I go,
Yeah.
there's tons of things that they should just do so easy, and they just don't. And I said, you know what it is? I put them under pressure a lot. Sometimes they're getting the story, and they feel that pressure to kind of go forward. And you guys just don't do it. And it could be something very obvious sometimes. We had that conversation last night.
For the watch side of it, I can understand not wanting it on you because if it gets captured by the other side, that could be really bad.
Right.
At the moment, having it on Salvation with Crystal, it's kind of safe. They're not in the middle of a pitch battle where it could get picked up. So,
Right.
yeah. But again, it's something we need to be aware of that we need to put it somewhere.
You figure on Salvation, it's at the front line, which is not good.
Right.
But it's also in the hands of heroes around,
Right.
which is good.
Mm.
So it is definitely a mixed bag.
So potentially it needs to go back down to Andaria and be put somewhere incredibly safe.
Or you could use it.
Or you could use it.
You could
I
use it.
wouldn't recommend using it unless we lose badly and we want to undo what we did.
So now, if I'm understanding this correctly, if we use the watch to ever cross the Rapture, that's when he's getting power.
100%. You got it.
So now,
Just don't cross the Rapture.
right, if we fly the ship up to their capital ship and fail, can we just go back 10 minutes and try again by using the watch?
Every time you cross, it's like watching a movie. And every time in this one scene happens, whenever you cross that scene,
Right.
no matter what you're doing, he's gonna get power. Now you may not care. It's not like he's gonna get power, and all of a sudden he's like, ha ha ha! Like that can happen. But you are giving him power.
But we're not. My point is, if, like I said, for this particular situation, if we fail getting onto the capital ship, if we just rewind 20 minutes, we're not crossing that scene.
100%. Yes. True.
Is there
could
any
still be getting
negative
some
that
of that.
we know of to do that?
Say it again.
Is there any negative that we know of in doing that?
There's no negative that you know of. You don't know much about the device, but
Right.
the Chronomancers know about the device and using it. You again know that he has the ability to kind of see all timelines, and with him using the watch, he's able to enhance that greatly. You know that in the hands of Christor, he was saying to you guys that I could basically just use this as a time machine, as you would think of it, and go back to any moment in history, forward or back. Your choice.
Isn't
So it's a
Raphael,
huge plot point that it's an X factor. It's completely out of my control, and it's up to you. There's no reason, like you said, why can't I go up to Christor? See, when the fans play like we play around a table, like at home, like on a Sunday, which Brooke wants to do, by the way.
Yes.
She wants to have a day where we just play because she hasn't experienced it. She's only played it on a show.
Man.
I want that.
But
Snacks and sodas.
but yeah, and we'll film it. No, I'm kidding.
I was gonna say, like,
Pass the menu around.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cheese fries,
Brooke hasn't had all those experiences.
No,
man,
I
junk
need it.
food and-
pizza stains on paper.
terrible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I could just see the oil drippings now.
Yeah,
Someone-
taste it.
Someone always orders a Rossville pickle.
Yes. Someone ordered
What?
pickles.
Cool Ranch Doritos.
That's an inside joke.
Cool
Go Ranch
Ranch
Doritos.
what's this on the map? Is it a lake? No, that's an oil stain.
Yes. That has happened once. That's happened once or twice. That definitely happened once or twice. As iced tea on the map. They're like, what is this area? Something? Nope. It's just somebody spilled something.
Pure Rorschach made out of pizza oil.
Rorschach, yeah, that is exactly what it is. So yeah, someday in the future. Yeah, so 100%. By realizing that, you see how much control you have in the quest right now. If you think it's smart to bring it with you, bring it with you. You want to use it? If you think that's smart, use it.
Or maybe,
I won't.
like Richard said, if we go on there and we get captured, they could take it from us. That's a big negative. What if we can just communicate with Christor?
Also, I think
Let
it's
him know. Send us back 10 minutes, please.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
To keep it out of their hands.
But
Huh?
if Christor does that, that won't be you.
Oh
Christopher
man.
You
will
won't
have to be
experience
like,
that.
Hey.
So
Your
you won't
timeline
get
is
the
your
memory.
timeline.
Right.
Like your timeline saw a timeline of Dragano's temple turn into this whole thing. Everyone else just lives forward, and at one point, it just turns into Astra. That's all they know. You know it as, I did this, I changed it, it came back, and now we complete forward as Astra.
And they have the memory of the new timeline.
Right, you remember the old timeline, the movie. They only know the
Right.
new timeline.
Yeah.
Also, like, do you really want to be messing around with that watch? Like, you really want to like do time stuff? Like, I mean, like,
Yes.
Dan,
Really?
in some ways, Dan loves. I think the idea of trying. Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm guessing. Dan, I think, loves the idea of time travel, like the Back to the Future time travel, and that's where it ends. But this stuff with the timelines, that's too much. He doesn't want all that stuff.
Yes.
That's where he's at. But this is he understands. Like, go to the future, go to the past. That's it. And there's one extra thing. Don't go to this event. If you time across the event, someone else gets more powerful. So that's what it is.
nah.
That Dan likes.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, you have to decide. So let's do it by show of hands. This includes Richard and Oni. Do you guys think that you should be using the watch and you're not using it? Like you should be utilizing it. Who thinks so?
Nah, I don't think so.
I think you should be using it at all.
Richard's a maybe, and 2 are yes, and the rest are no.
I think it should be smashed.
I think
It should be destroyed.
Yep.
I kinda like that, actually.
situational
Go
times-
throw it into the sun.
I'll do worse than
Give it
that.
to Andar. Don't throw it into Andar. You don't want to throw it into
Jeez.
Andar.
Yeah, you throw it into Andar. Maybe it cause like
Anyway,
Oh
Yeah.
man,
he's saying don't throw it into Andar because you throw it into the sun. Maybe it'll do cause something.
yeah.
no, don't worry. There'll be none of that. It won't make it.
Andar's somewhere in the universe going, oh, why is there a clock in my heart?
So think about that. If you were home playing a quest and just having fun, you wouldn't be so worried about the plot and like the story overall. You would probably like, let's have some fun. Let's use some time travel. Let's do
Right.
it. But here you're like, look,
Nay, nay.
immediately everybody's like, no. So
I actually think it's
that's the
situational
difference of
thing.
playing around a table at
Yeah,
home.
I
and
want to
playing
play
here.
without abandon. Like, I just want to like.
You can play without abandon. Phil plays
No.
sometimes without
Come
abandon.
on.
Yeah, but that's I don't feel comfortable doing that here.
of my
Like,
best
I feel
moments
like
are
there's
that.
more. Yeah, but you've been around the table before without all this.
Liam does
I
that on the show.
wanted to-
Liam made up a plot line for his character that like
man.
was his.
He does when he went back home.
Yeah, he went back home to himself. He basically made a loop. I'm like,
It was
what are you
amazing.
doing?
It was amazing.
And that was just
It
like
was interesting. It was really cool.
he just wanted to make. He made like he made like a time loop that is existing outside of any other time.
he's the wild card. Wild card.
The wife and kid. You've been gone 5 minutes.
It was wild. So and we're gonna get going in a second. Any other questions before we go? Any other thoughts? I'm sad that you guys. I want you guys to challenge me because I like when you guys challenge me. It's fun. If
Question wise?
No. I mean questions wise. I mean the time.
Like play wise.
Like yeah, when you guys do this stuff, that's challenging. I have to
Right.
start working harder. So
What we're playing with time? Like doing the time travel?
yeah, not that I want you to do that. I want you to do the
No,
question
no,
you
I
want to do.
understand.
But when you do stuff like that, it's fun because it forces me to
Challenges him,
work.
he's saying.
I constantly
To
work the
expand.
quest. I run the quest in all directions. All the quests, and that's how I go to sleep actually at night too. I do that. I do it a bunch of times. When I drive, I do it too. I put music on, I listen to it, and I just keep riding in different directions. So there's points where like it doesn't matter where you're going to go because I've already thought about it. And sometimes you do somewhere I don't go, and that's usually fun because I have to like write a little bit on the fly, and then I kind of like, oh, here's a connection, and we're back onto the story or whatever. So
Cool.
Find
But-
the hitch.
you could do that. You can push the quest and do that, but I have a feeling you won't because that's also
Sometimes we do.
Push the quest.
sometimes.
You won't. You won't.
I mean,
Sometimes.
do it. Do it.
Do it. Push it. You won't.
do it.
I mean, Phil is at the table now, so.
Phil was brought. Phil like
I was
wants.
hired for a reason.
Yes,
Exactly.
he knows
That's what
he's
I'm
brought
saying.
on to be the wild card.
Yeah.
But he's also like he's tethering himself to kind of like be a responsible wild card.
I'm trying to
He's feeling his way.
team group
Yes.
Team
for
group.
now.
Yeah. You know how
Team group.
team group. That's what we'll call it.
Team group all the way.
Team group.
Team
Here
group.
we go.
You know how you know that Phil's working with you on your side, and like as a team
You're
member.
not dead.
Well, that's similar to what I was going to say. I was going to say he hasn't eaten you yet.
Exactly.
So
He hasn't taken your experience.
Right. Right.
That's what it is.
You like me. You really like me. Or he's waiting. He's fattening you up.
Yeah.
Why would I take your experience now when I can take
Go
it
ahead,
later?
Talk to the red knight. Let me watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go there. Yeah.
Just a fly on
Yeah,
the
I
wall,
will.
eh? Just a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
Hey, Red Knight, remember me? I was there. Yeah, I'm cool people too.
I'm just
You
waiting
weren't
for
there.
Rob
Yeah, it
to
was.
become a special guest, and then just see what happens.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't hear him.
Bring-
Sorry.
Yeah.
Bring Rob in.
Oh. Mm.
So, any questions before we go? One question before we go. I'll answer yes or no to anything. You got 60 seconds, and we're done.
Oh man.
Yes or no to anything?
Oh,
Any
answer
question.
anything. Almost.
Wow.
Almost anything.
Does Gatrin hate us?
50 seconds.
Is Gatrin a friend? Yeah.
No.
All right. So you
Gatrin-
said that you
There
said
you
all
go.
the houses are united, but
Right, but
technically-
Gatrin left the houses.
So where is Gatrin?
That's not a yes or no question.
Yeah, right. It's not a yes or no question.
Okay. Well, it was yes because he said yes. That all the houses were united, which was just a no.
And that he
Gatrin
doesn't-
left those houses. Remember, he was
Right.
exiled?
Right.
He left, I mean, but
He
exiled.
doesn't hate us, right? You said.
No.
Right. It doesn't hate us. Okay.
I'm so worried Gatrin likes me. Does he like me?
hate us.
No, because
Does he
like I
hate me?
want to find him.
Right, where is he? Is it
Where's
interesting?
Gatrin?
Interesting plot
That
point.
is an interesting.
Has
question.
anyone recently left Andaria for Astra? Like to make the pilgrimage?
Huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They do it
They do
every
all
year.
the time, right?
every
yeah.
year.
like-
They do it every year,
Cool.
and they don't bring a lot of people though. It's literally like
It's
30.
like it's like an
You have
exodus.
to,
No, not an
yeah. You have to
exodus.
be like
You have to
invited.
be accepted.
Yeah,
Right.
You have to be accepted.
yeah.
You have to go through like.
So
They find the people. They kind of get it out there. They want to go. They want to leave, and then his people try to find them, and
Cool.
then they make it happen.
so every year they do this thing. It's like
Yeah.
like a pilgrimage thing.
Yeah.
That's cool. I like
pilgrimage,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the
Sending out letters.
Right. Send out letters. Dear Santa, Santa Wexel, I want to come.
dragons protect Astra, or they're beyond the Astra's just beyond the dragons, right? Because that's
Not just beyond. They're way
they're
beyond.
way beyond. Because
Once you get to the
out of the drag, they want to be out from the dragon.
you can picture the dragons are like you going underwater. How long are you going underwater for? Because that's them going out into stellar.
Right.
Except for like a dragon like Fate or stellar dragons, they live out in the stellar.
Right. So there are more stellar dragons. Are there more stellar dragons?
Ooh, she
Yes.
flipped that on you. That's good.
And we're out of time.
Oh,
Guys, thank you for watching. This was Season 2, Episode 9. It was the Immortal Wexel. It was a fun episode, guys. What's going to happen next time? It's probably going to be a huge Return of the Jedi size battle. Maybe it'll be a Darth Vader. Maybe it'll be a Luke Skywalker. Maybe it'll be Sister.
Sister.
If you will not turn to the dark side, perhaps she will. No!
I see you've constructed
Sister,
a new
sister.
lightsaber. Indeed, you are powerful.
As the Emperor's foreseen.
Yes.
Okay, guys, thank you very much. That was Star Wars. Go watch it. Guys, thanks a lot. We'll see you next week. Later.
love you guys.
Gladys.